Hi, you guys. How's everyone doing? Good. Hello. I like how every time I start stream, everyone does it in the chat. Truly the Stallion. Thank you for becoming a member. Uh, Sin City A7. It's a good thing you joined today and not tomorrow because I have a little announcement when it comes to the memberships, which is why that tier is named Don't Join. um, Basically, you guys, members are going to be losing some of their benefits. They will. You've been a member for a month. It says don't rejoin though. Thank you either way though. There's a new tier called the Zinnia. It is only $2. That is the new and will be the only tier in about a month. Um, the tier right now is going to be deleted in a month and a day. So don't rejoin. Please don't rejoin that one anymore. Um, if you want to be a channel member, join the Zinnia for $2 instead of the one for $5. Because most benefits are going to be exclusive to patrons. Channel members will no longer be getting video previews. That will be a patron exclusive, and patrons will also be getting exclusive videos. So, channel members, basically the only thing that you guys are going to have is like legacy badges and what's it called? Channel emotes. Where the Patreon at? Here, I'll go grab it. Here it is. That's the Patreon. If you want to see a new video, by the way, you guys, there's a new video coming out next month. A new Truly video. The next installment on the Truly channel is coming out next month. So yeah, support the Patreon if you want to get an early viewing of the new video. Also, yes, a community post will be going out tomorrow detailing everything to have to do with the memberships. If you renew your membership, please renew the $2 one, because if you renew the $5 one, you will be losing out on stuff. More Truly Chubby content. We paint the town next month for real. We're painting it red this month. We're painting it red next fucking week. Alright, who's ready? Who's ready? Because right now we have... Oh, what is this? What am I being for Halloween? I'm going to be Doja Cat. Do you guys want to see like the... Well, kind of. I'm going to be like super 80s for Halloween. I can show you guys the dress that I want to get. Before we start. Alright, let me pull it up. Where the fuck is it? Damn it, I gotta open the other thing real quick. The great big lawsuit in the sky. Listen, it's time to get sued. Okay, let me just blah 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 blah. This is the dress we getting, girls. Super zebra. Also, we're gonna be cutting it shorter. One, because I'm a slut, and two, because the '80s hemline was actually more up to the knee. Based moment. Y'all, I got a good thing going on. I got sauce, exactly. Sauce. And I have like a whole like corseted like cinch belt. We're so back. I mean that in a positive way, thank you. Okay, so are you guys ready to cry and shit and scream and piss? Exactly, exactly. All right. So this, what we're gonna be watching. Last time when we were on the KP thing, we watched a we started watching the original or like the apology video that she put out, and then we started watching the Beckett video where he kind of just like tears into her over everything. Now it's time to watch the original apology, and by that I mean like the actual audio. This is the only visual that it's going to have. It doesn't have the funny Beckett visuals, but it does have the original audio. And then Hidden gave me the original copy of her video about the Q&A, which is what this is right here. We're going to watch that afterwards. So this one is 16 minutes and the other one is 32 minutes. But real quick, I'm going to do some KN ASMR, okay? So everyone, prepare yourselves. That was nice. KP hasn't come for me yet. I think it's because she's scared of brown people. Crisp. Okay, okay. For those who don't know, this is about her Saber Spark slash Black Griffin slash I don't fucking remember the names of people. Video. I'm frighteningly good at that. Hell yeah. But basically she falsely or not falsely, she accused the guy of rape, Saber Spark, with no evidence. And then she also had a horrific amount of memes and shit throughout what was supposed to be serious allegations of apparent grooming and inappropriate behavior towards minors from the other people. Woo, I'm a spooky ghost but brown, so you can't even see me at night. Woo. Okay, let's go ahead and start. I'm scared of brown people. I'm black.
This video discusses sensitive topics, including grooming, power dynamics, and online harassment. Viewer discretion is advised.
I pointed this out originally, but like power dynamics is not a triggering topic. It should be abusive power dynamics. That was what can be triggering, because power dynamics are not a problem in and of themselves. Like there's all of society is made up of power dynamics. That's what the law is. Hello, Masked Kitty. KP was gonna have to realize that people can and will fight back against the strikes. Oh, absolutely. And if she strikes my shit, I fully intend to fight back. And if she wants to sue me, then we can go to court and I can have my little court Cardi B moment.
18 plus content warning. Do not harass anyone discussed in this video. Hi everyone, this is KP. I just wanted to take this opportunity to clear the air a little bit because I took some time away from a really messy situation, and now I'm coming back to it. For those who don't know, in early May, I released a video commenting on some behavior regarding fellow YouTubers Saber Spark.
Take all her money.
It wasn't really well received for a number of reasons. And first off, I just want to apologize for the tone that came with it. What I didn't realize is by talking about such serious topics and using jokes and memes, it would come off as insulting and immature. But for me personally, that's how I process trauma. Is I do a lot of dark jokes to cope with my own personal trauma. Like my line about Jon Stewart.
Guys, this isn't sounding bad so far. And like that's the funny part, because I know it gets horrible. Oh my god, whoa! Hi, Calvary. Also, hi, Blake. Blake Gunnels, if I haven't said hi to you already. Because I know this goes like so bad, and I'm just like, I'm really curious to see when the shift is, because right now it doesn't sound bad. You know, it sounds better than her actual, like the one she actually put out did, where, you know, right now she's apologizing for the tone and she's saying, this is how I personally cope with things, but I'm sorry because I totally came off as immature. Like, that's normal. It's like, it's fine so far. So let's see where it goes bad.
So the Jon Stewart example was Jewish humor as coping because I'm Jewish, so that's not a flex. So I didn't realize that that wasn't an internalized viewpoint, and I just want to say that obviously any type of trauma is horrible and bad, and I'm so sorry you had to deal with anything, and everyone copes in their own way, so please look up some healthy coping techniques or find a professional therapist or do whatever you need to do to process it, and whichever.
Accusing a man of essay, calm down liberals. It's just dark humor. Yeah, that's, oh god. I guess she's apologizing for the humor, which people did have an issue with, but like, I don't know, making jokes about someone else's apparent rape is like, god. Jewish humor to cope with what, though? Usually humor has to do with the subject. Exactly. Like, what was the reason for involving anything Jewish in joke? KP versus DoorDash girl, who would win? Oh, delivery girl, every time. Hello, sleepyhead starry, I'm seeing you. You're kind of on time. Yeah, we only started 15 minutes ago.
Every way you want. So once I realized that tone was a problem, I took the video within 3 or 4 hours of upload, and we were going to decide what to do next. And a lot of people were criticizing my interactions on Twitter leading up to this video coming out, but a lot of it...
Shout out to the Jewish people in my chat. Makes me want to reference that one fucking TikTok. I haven't heard from Jewish people if that TikTok is offensive, where it's just like the black lady in New York, and she's like, in New York with the Jewish bitches, what the fuck? Shalom. I don't know if that TikTok is offensive, but the tone of it makes me laugh.
Was personal catharsis for me because this was such a hard project and we were working on it for such a hard time.
Okay, but girl, it's not your trauma. Like, if you can't handle tough shit, then like, I don't know, hand it off to someone else.
And it was hard for me personally. It was sad hearing about all these stories, like regardless. And that was interpreted as ego.
Like oh my god. Listen, I'm making a video. I'm making a video that has to do with other people's trauma. That one is shalom is a greeting meant to convey peace be upon you type. Okay, bet. But I'm making a video. It'll be out next year. About the Horace Tome shit, the George Raccoon stuff. And like Susie, Doodle Tones, and the Cloud Palace and everything. I was not personally victimized in that server, but I have spoken with several victims because, dear God, it was an Epstein Island of a server. And I know how to be sensitive about stuff because victims don't generally tend to have a problem if you make fun of or belittle the people that victimize them. Most victims are fine with that. That's not the problem. But if you're using jokes, like unrelated jokes for everything, and things that like totally take people out of the seriousness of the situation, that's when it becomes a problem. And yeah, it does come off as a little egotistical. If you're just like, oh, haha, this is all beneath me, I'm just gonna make silly haha humor out of it. It's like, shut up, girl.
And just for full disclosure, I was dealing with the PTSD episode in response to everything that happened with the failure of this video.
Girl! Huh? I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I would love for someone to make fun of my abuser, but not with what happened. Exactly. What did she say? Hold on, we're gonna...
Regardless. And that was interpreted as ego. And just for full disclosure, I was dealing with a PTSD episode in response to everything that happened with the failure of this video. So people assumed my silence was complicit or guilt, and it makes me feel really weird because...
Girl, a PTSD episode does not last like 6 months. Or like however many months it was. She released it in May, right? And this came out last month? So that June, July, August, September. 4 months. She was having a 4-month PTSD episode. Yeah, that's like Fagos having a fucking 2-year psychosis episode. Shut the fuck up, girl. Yeah, don't make a video if you can't handle the situation with serious as needs. I think she's saying the backlash from everything triggered PTSD, but I don't know. I don't think that is accurate. I don't think that's an accurate way of describing the situation. You can get severe anxiety. You can even have a breakdown from getting like backlash and, you know, the shame and the guilt that comes from that. But PTSD? PTSD from people hating her.
Because it makes me feel like I'm not even allowed to have my own space to process decisions that I make at my own speed. Like, if I don't react immediately, then suddenly I'm guilty of everything everyone can think of. So,
girl, silence is not the solution in these situations. I've said this about Ponder. I said it about Lio before I realized why he was silent for so long. And I've said this about Omnia. When you are dealing with a situation and you are under hot water and you are in a position where people are expecting you to own your actions and to apologize for them, it's not best to just leave everyone in the dark, especially if they are actually like supportive of you and want you to apologize. Because then not only is it bad on you because you let other people control the narrative, you don't give anyone anything to go off of. So therefore, like, the only narratives that are going to be pushed are from people that are not you. You know, you can come out and say, hey guys, I'm working on a response. It might take a while. I just need to get my shit in order. And like, that'll be sufficient. Omnia jump scare, yeah. Like, I got PTSD from childhood trauma. It lasted a moment, and only now I'm in therapy and I realized why I'm so scared to do certain things. If she got PTSD from backlash, wouldn't she stop the vids? Exactly. But girl is not scared. Girl is doing everything under the sun to put more heat on her fucking bag.
So, just for the record, I hate creators with ego. I know I joke a lot about myself, but I really don't think you should be making art or anything really with ego attached.
Everything KP does is about her ego. That is exactly everything KP does. That's what it's all about. Because, you know, if she didn't have a fucking ego, then she wouldn't be trying to take down everyone's stuff. Because that's the only reason why she's taking down people's stuff, is because it hurts her ego. Hi, Mr. Crow. Only came by to say hello. Not feeling well today. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, so she hates herself. God, I wish she fucking hated herself. Maybe we would, like, I don't know, be able to do shit if she did.
Art especially, because I feel like that's kind of a sacred thing to do. But with ego, you make it about power dynamics and who has the most subscribers, or...
She is trying to use power dynamics. She's trying to abuse power dynamics. She is trying to use the system to squash people. She is abusing a more powerful system than her and than the people than she's going against. She is abusing power dynamics. That is exactly what she is doing.
Or who has the most views. And it's just exhausting. And that's one of the reasons I've been doing YouTube the way I've been doing it for as long as I have, is because I love art and animation. And
I have trauma. I don't know. I have PTSD, but my panic attacks last a while until I can cope with the feeling. It's up to me to take myself out of the attack, and it's on me to manage my spaces. Exactly. Don't put yourself in extremely triggering situations. I feel like a lot of people are in positions where they don't have to be in triggering situations. Now, I'm a bit of a hypocrite for that because I have put myself in some triggering situations. But one, it's because this is my job right now. I kind of need to do it in order to make money to survive. And two, I have a moral obligation to speak the stuff that I know. and to inform the people. That's what I talked about when I came forward about everything that Joseph did and everything that Ponder did. It's like, yeah, some of that stuff is triggering, but I have an obligation to let the people know. What the fuck is that thumbnail? It's how I feel. That former friend was supposed to collaborate with KP, but blocked KP due to the controversies. That makes sense.
I like talking about it in a way that I can express and have fun with. It's just a part of who I am.
I'm sorry, what?
As long as I have, is because I love art and animation, and I like talking about it in a way that I can express and have fun with. It's just a part.
Girl, not when you're talking about rape. The fuck? The raping of someone else, to be more specific. Said my thoughts about KP. Bye, y'all. Bye, Mr. Crow. Hope you feel better soon. I love accusing people a lot. I love striking people a lot. I have PTSD, and while it's definitely a struggle, it's on you to handle your PTSD and triggers and not let it take over. That's half the fight when dealing with mental illness. Exactly. When you become aware of an issue that you're struggling with, it becomes your responsibility to do what you can to help manage it. Not, like, even necessarily for other people. Even though, like, if your mental illness is causing you to treat others badly and you become aware of that, you have to stop treating other people badly. You can't use it as an excuse no more. You have to put in the work. Otherwise, you are kind of knowingly being a shitty person. And beyond that, just do it for yourself. You know, if you can reflect on your bad behavior, if you can reflect on your struggles, if you can reflect on your issues, it'll make you a better person. And guess who benefits from that? You!
Part of who I am and what I want to do and what, like, my deep artistic soul. So I would probably
my deep autistic soul
just be doing it anyway in my head. The real question
me as fuck.
No one really asked artistic soul. So I would probably just be doing it anyway in my head. The real question no one really asked is, okay, but what was she trying to say? If you've never
Girl, if people can't tell what you're trying to say because they're so bogged down with bullshit, then it doesn't matter what you're trying to say. You've already flopped. If people can't hear what you're trying to say, it's your fault.
Never heard my side before, I'm here to make sure there's even a second.
Oh my goodness, hold your dancer. Thank you for the $10. Got paid and wanted an excuse to share another cat story if it's needed later. Kitten caught a snake twice her size today. Oh my god. It was still alive and she was very angry when it was taken from her. Aww. Oh guys, KP said artistic, but it sounded like she said autistic. So I was like, that's funny. I love yeast infection. That's fucked up. Oh my god.
Side to hear. And I invite
poor baby kitten with the snake. She's like, my deep autistic soul.
You to sit with the patterns of these issues, not the personalities. Make sure there's even a second side to hear. And I invite you to sit with the patterns of these issues, not the personalities.
What the fuck does that even mean? Shut up.
So the core of the main video originally was to criticize DMCA'ed's Will Ryan and the rest of his team for not only how they run their Discord server, but how they handle their interactions with their fans, specifically children. There is documented proof of problematic behavior, including using slurs, accounts of parasocial behavior, and
oh my God.
The worst one, accidentally sharing inappropriate images in the server that children have access to, and instead of addressing it and apologizing and giving a plan for how they're never going to do it again, they just erase the evidence.
Okay, I don't understand why she's talking about that right here when the whole situation should be about how she fucked everything up. And I hate that her talking about this is prefaced with, well, no one listened to what I was trying to say. No one was interested in what I was trying to say. Girly pop, again, it's your fault that people couldn't see what you were trying to say because you fucked it up so bad. The Owl House is awesome. I wish it had got more seasons. Same. I genuinely can't remember if I've heard this from Beckett's stream, but apparently she wants to work at Disney or either way make her own show somewhere. Ain't no way Disney would let her in. Dude, no industry is going to let her in. Also, KP does not make her own art. Hers is basically slave labor and photoshopped art from people who want nothing to do with her. Jesus Christ. Me with Stardew Valley, deep autistic soul.
And if a creator has access to children and behaves recklessly, that deserves scrutiny, period.
Yes.
Fame just isn't a shield. So let's get this straight.
Okay, neither is it for you.
The core of the video was not only my interactions with DA Games, but how they handle issues of grooming and specifically issues with children. We're talking about someone with influence, access, and no real oversight. This isn't cancel culture. We're not trying to cancel anyone. This is community protection. It should have been everyone's concern, frankly. And yet, the second I brought it up, the focus became my tone, not the risk. Let's be clear, the internet...
Girl, because they were probably disgusted that you were talking about such apparent, bad things with such flagrant fucking willy-nilliness that made it feel like you don't care. The fuck? If Disney were to somehow hire her, they fire her on basis of her poor hygiene. That's fucked up. Thank you, Heaton. Thank you, Sheeton. For the $20, my goodness. The way she talked about it made it sound like she was upset they removed the porn from the server. Exactly. Like, she fucked up.
I will always turn everything into content. But some things aren't content. They're warnings. I didn't come forward because
Oh my god, everything is content here. Shut up. This is YouTube. Everything is content.
I wanted attention.
Why is she trying to be like, oh, these things are warning? It wasn't content. Meanwhile, like, her entire video was supposed to be apparently funny, haha, joking, hee entertainment. Shut the fuck up, bro.
I came forward because kids were involved. And if the biggest takeaway from that is still, she seems mad, then we need to take a hard look at what kind of fandom culture we're...
No one was fucking... Oh my god. This is so stupid. She's trying to say, like, oh, she was in the... Like, and I'm not saying that she's referencing me directly. But she is trying to put herself in the position that I was in. Where when I expressed anger... and got angry at the person that was personally abusing me for years while I was a minor... people got on my ass and were like, oh my god, you need to be nicer. That's not nice about you. I know that she's mad as hell about the video that Cartoonchi did on her. Cartoonchi didn't mention her anger ever. He didn't tone police her anger ever and say, you don't have a right to be angry about this. What Cartoonchi said is that it's entirely irresponsible to be joking all willy-nilly about such serious topics, especially when you're going to forward public rape accusations. Like, that's something that needs to be handled more sensitively. Yeah, she's trying to pass it off as people being mad at her tone when they're mad about the shit she said. Exactly. Didn't KP try to roll like 4 stories into one video? Yes, she did. She was talking about Black Griffon, she was talking about DA Games, and she was talking about Saber Spark. To be honest, low-key Cartoonchi eats people up when he makes videos on them. He ate up KP, and he fucking ate up, what's his name? The robot, Jar.
Building. From that is still, she seems mad, then we need to take a hard look at what kind of fandom culture we're building.
We need to take a look at the fandom culture, because people don't like that I made rape accusations without evidence.
What I liked or didn't like doesn't change whether a grown man acted recklessly around minors. So let's talk about the power...
Oh my god. The fact she didn't look into Emmy Jones either. Oh yeah, Emu Emmy? Crazy shit. Thank you for the $2, Yosoramako.
Or of a creator. If you're a creator with a young fan base, you don't get to be reckless. You don't get to play naive. This
correct. Staring at Ponder Sprocket.
Isn't a hobby. It's a position of power. And when that power...
Yes, and you are in a position of power, and you are abusing it by fucking trying to silence anyone that criticizes you and your content. Shut the fuck up. Just a robot dumbass. Okay, yeah, it does look a little bit like you were calling me a dumbass.
Then people can get hurt, especially kids who don't know when someone is crossing a line. The question shouldn't have been, why did KP say it like that? It should have been, what was she trying to say?
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. No. Bro, this is so weird. Because how you say something shouldn't change what you're trying to say. It should still be able to convey clearly what you're trying to say. If it gets to the point where people cannot tell what you're trying to say, it's because you have fucked up so bad that your intentions and your message have gotten completely warped. KP had almost never paid anyone for their work. Her most popular video also had free labor, and she publicly shamed the animator who had a family emergency. Jesus Christ. It's so gay derogatory, for real.
This wasn't about one incident. It was...
Also, remember to like the stream, you guys. We got 168 people in here, but only 23 likes.
A pattern, a documented, long-standing one. If the roles were reversed, if a small creator ignored this kind of behavior in someone else, they'd be complicit. So why is it controversial to speak up when I did? The risk was...
What? That doesn't... What? Sorry.
Pattern, a documented, long-standing one. If the roles were reversed, if a small creator... One incident. It was a pattern, a documented, long-standing one. If the roles were reversed, if a small creator ignored this kind of behavior in someone else, they'd be complicit. So why is it controversial to speak up when I did?
It wasn't controversial. It was controversial in the way you did it. Because it felt like, exactly, this is just word salad.
The careers, the risk was the kids, who trusted someone they admired and maybe didn't have the tools to know when that trust was being broken. I shouldn't have been the first person to say it. I mean, I wasn't, but I'm glad I did.
Okay, what? She's like, I shouldn't have been the first person to say it. And I wasn't the first person to say it. So shut the fuck up! If you weren't the first person to say it, stop acting like you were the first person to say it. Word salad, no croutons. You guys, I have been eating this, like, really healthy salad. Where I make, like, croutons out of tofu. You guys, like, know what that means? Like, I take the tofu, I cover it in, like cornstarch and, like, other seasonings. And I make it spicy. And then I air fry the tofu. And it actually is, like, really good. It basically becomes, like protein croutons. And it's really healthy, and it's good. Has KP considered that people don't owe her anything? If you cannot convey what you are trying to, people do not owe you the kindness that is parsing through your bullshit. Exactly! Welcome in, Lacey Pink Landmine. Truly cooking stream when, I don't know, maybe when I move out. Oh, guys, should I link the GoFundMe? I forgot to link the GoFundMe. Help me get out of this hellhole. Dean Jackson, thank you for the $4.99. You're in a position of power. Yeah, and she used that power to make horrid false accusations and then has a fit when she's called out. Exactly. Oh my god, I have to enter in my fucking thing. Ba 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 ba. Link that shit. Alright, here it is. Here's the GoFundMe. I would watch Truly doing a weeb cooking streamer vid. I could totally, like, when I move out and I have, like, my own space, I could totally do, like, streams like this. We should not have to try and decipher KP's videos. This and Gravity Falls are a goddamn ARG. Exactly. The fact that she's just like, I know I completely, like, frames this like shit and that it's my fault that no one understood what I was trying to say. But also, why didn't you guys put in the work to try and decipher all my nonsense to figure out what I should have been saying? Fuck you.
So during this, I recorded a story.
It's okay if you can't donate, you guys. Thank you so much for showing up and supporting either way. Because, like, even just watching the stream right now gets me ad revenue.
For my safety, about someone making an explicit story about me. First off, I want to apologize. I thought it was clear that I was recording Chris, but I should have just said it outright. But the recording was framed worse than the harm. Like, worse than making up a gross, illicit story about another person that might affect their career prospects and don't tell them until the story gets back to them. It makes it seem gross. And if you're more...
I'm assuming this is about the story of the guy jacking off. The made-up story of the guy jacking off in the bathroom and then landing face first on her underwear. that again was made up and that he's apologized for ever telling that fake story. Brain is mush, but I have monies. Pretend I said something witty. Ha 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 ha. Thank you, Carthonic. Ad revenue. Red Avenue. I do have some icon commissions. If you want to, they're on Ko-Fi. If you want to take those, I should have linked them in this fucking thing. I have icon commissions, but if you're interested in something more, like interested in commissioning like the icon and something more complex, or you know, just an icon, or if you or just something else, because that's on Ko-Fi. If you want to commission me, just add me on Discord at my public account. This is my public Discord account name. Will we get an art stream? Possibly. I could see myself doing an art stream.
More upset about how someone defended themselves than why they had gets back to them, it makes it seem gross. And if you're more upset about how someone defended themselves than why they had to, that's not accountability. Some people have pointed out that it was unfair that I recorded Chris without his explicit knowledge, which is fair, so I've taken down all the links of the recording. I don't have access to the raw file, but I've taken down where people have access to it. So in hindsight, I should have just asked Chris to do a public apology explaining the situation, because I was
I tried living in space and now I have terminal cancer in 17 places. Get that chemo going.
I'm afraid that that's...
I do not have a Discord server. I've thought about making one. I think if I started making one, it would be like for patrons. So maybe I could do that. Why would he need to give a public apology? Like, what is all this in... Oh my god.
No, the risk of behavior in someone else, they'd be complicit. So why is it controversial to speak up when I did? The risk wasn't the careers, the risk was the kids, who trusted someone they admired and maybe didn't have the tools to know when that trust was being broken. I shouldn't have been the first person to say it.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't, but I'm glad I did. So during this, I recorded a story for my safety about someone making an explicit story about me. First of all, I want to apologize. I thought it was clear, and don't tell them until the story gets back to them. It makes it seem gross. And if
I'm eating an ice cream, but Toads will add after. Hell yeah. I try to help by calming it, and also Chris has apologized to her, and it's still in the doc she posted. KP.
If you're more upset about how someone defended themselves than why they had to, that's not accountability. Some people have pointed out that it was unfair that I recorded Chris without I should have just asked Chris to do a public apology explaining the situation.
But he's already apologized to you, and the story wasn't public. The fuck? It was a private situation.
Because I was personally afraid that that story would continue.
At Lonely Paracosmos, thank you for the $2. Tell people to start an OnlyFans. I will not be telling people to do that.
Continue to harm.
I think landing in the infection underwear is punishment enough. That is evil.
Business friendships and relationships because no one would ever have the corrected version. Would Chris have done that? I don't know. I don't really know Chris, but that was a little bit of my fear, to be honest.
Okay, but girl, you could just ask him to clear it up with the people that he's talked to about it. The fucking dumbass story.
I'm just exhausted of people talking about me without me having a way to respond. And DA Games, they loved me. They sent me 3 legal requests, including 2 that they used dummy accounts to send me. Pause to read if you want to. So they seem more focused in...
Okay, yeah, we don't have those. Did I see Saber Spark's email conversation with KP? Bitch was all peeved that Saber wouldn't fire him for that. Last time I promised, because I don't know, YouTube censoring me, rip. I have anger issues and hold grudges for way too long, but Jesus Christ, KP. Oh, you sent me the friend request? Okay, I'll accept it while we listen.
Seeing the people that actually had criticism, then addressing and...
Dean Jackson, thank you for the $4.99. It wasn't just unfair to record Chris, but it was also potentially illegal depending on where she lives. Yeah.
Correcting the actual criticism. So now we get to save accounts to send me. Pause to read if you want to. So they seem more focused in silencing the people that actually had criticism than addressing...
Bro, There's no way she's serious that she said this and then she's doing what she's doing now with the fucking DMCA's and the copyright strikes. Oh my god.
And correcting the actual criticism. So now we get to Saber. Actually had criticism, then addressing and correcting the actual criticism. So use dummy accounts to send me. Pause to read if you want to. So they seem more focused in silencing the people that actually had criticism than addressing and correcting the actual criticism.
Nice one, KP. Nice one. Sheeton, thank you for the $5. YouTube should have a new retirement for copyright DMCA takedowns. You must provide proof that you shower. KP wouldn't be able to abuse the system anymore. That's fucked up. Hi, Mr. Gamer. It's funny if you say no to the DMCA, she'll have to escalate to court or give up. Exactly. And so far, we're in the 10-day period where she has to take someone to court. Or else the video is going to go back up and the people can do whatever they want with it. So let's see. I don't know if she's going to take people to court. I have to see with Beckett when he filed the counterclaim. I don't think you're ready for the takedown.
So now we get to Saber. My personal connection with Saber Spark was uncomfortable, and I'll just leave it at that. So going to Saber was about holding Chris accountable for his behavior. For the story, the Nazi images, but especially his behavior that endangered children and the unhealthy DA games behavior at large. And he framed me as a jealous girl mad about rejection. Shout out to Jenny Nicholson for calling out how he implied a narrative about open communication. But
don't bring my goat into this. Leave my goat out of this. Jenny ain't got nothing to do with you. Leave her out of this.
The evidence doesn't support that. She's the goat. And...
oh, she's not your goat. Fuck off.
I don't want to be mean, but I am not crushing. Sit down, sir.
Ew. Yeah, leave Jenny out of this. Jenny didn't do anything.
I'm open for our Skype logs being made public to prove what happened. I'm tired of stories being shaped in private. Saber can contact me if he wants to do that. We have already tried contacting him, and I have verification from a mutual party that he's seen those emails and chosen not to respond.
Hold on.
Verification from a mutual party that he's seen those emails and chosen not to respond.
Okay.
And just to be clear, I don't want to make content like Saber. Dismissing shows as cringe or surface level ruins audience engagement and emotional nuance.
Shut the fuck up. Why is she using therapy speak to define fucking YouTube or like shitty shows? People are allowed to not... yeah, y'all can crab brave if you want. Y'all are not... what? This is such a stupid point. I don't want... like, you forward rape accusations against the guy, and now you're talking about, like, oh, I don't want to make content like him. No one cares!
Dismissing shows as cringe or surface level ruins audience engagement and emotional nuance. Cynical creators create shallow viewers and hurts the creators behind the work. This can harm executive decisions on struggling shows unfairly. We should fight for the future of animation, not mock it in the algorithm.
Oh my god. Shut up. Just shut the fuck up. That's the only response I have to whatever fucking moral posturing she's doing right here.
Anyway, going back to Saber, he framed this as tone problems. And one of the things that came from that is that the perfect victim myth got reinforced. More resources in the description.
What are we talking about? What are we even talking about?
Not mock it in the algorithm. Anyway, going back to Saber, he framed this as tone problems.
I think there's a difference in that Abyssal Gray, but I'm not going to get into it. I don't care. I'm not a lawyer.
One of the things that came from that is that the perfect victim myth got reinforced. More resources in the description if you don't know what that is. The video is emotional testimony, not gossip. Other use...
emotional... oh my god. Those two are not mutually exclusive. Shut up.
Use the video for content without...
I'm going to apologize for my mistakes, but also Saber's content is ass and he sucks, lol. Accept my apology, guys. Yeah, fuck this.
Context. What do you mean turns into, how can I monetize this? Others use the video for content without context. What do you mean turns into, how can I monetize this?
What are you... is she talking about Cartoon She? Just cut off work. Hope KP leaves forever. Thank you, Alita Siren VODs. I also hope KP leaves forever.
Cartoon Sheet person...
oh my god!
It was emotional testimony, not gossip.
Cartoon she mentioned. I just looked it up because I'm both not a lawyer and not from New York. Yeah.
Use the video for content.
Homeboy spoke about SA allegations needed to be handled better than the way she did. No R-wordist, no rapist would talk about that for the majority of their response videos.
Without context.
Cartoon she's always catching strays. Like, shut the fuck up, girl.
What do you mean turns into, how can I monetize this?
So she's saying that Cartoon she only made his video for money. You know what? I hope he made a lot of money off of pointing out how you're a fucking idiot. I hope Cartoon she's pockets are fat.
Cartoon she, person I've never met before this, didn't reach out to me, didn't quote any actual intentions, and didn't seem interested in checking his assumptions.
What are you talking about? Cartoon she's video was talking about your impact and how the way you went about things muddied the waters and made everything into a haha joke.
He made a spectacle out of a story he wasn't part of, then acted like his read was the neutral, mature one, but really is lazy and passive gaslighting in language of—
Oh my god, what is this?
—intentions, and didn't seem interested in checking his assumptions. He made a spectacle out of a story he wasn't part of.
You made a spectacle out of it. With your video. He pointed out that you making a spectacle out of it is inappropriate, and now you're like, you're making a spectacle out of my making a spectacle out of it. Shut the fuck up!
Then acted like his read was the neutral, mature one.
He did have the neutral, mature one. He said that how you handled the allegations was entirely inappropriate and you should be ashamed. Which is true.
But really is lazy and passive gaslighting in language of reasonableness.
That's not how that works. There's no gaslighting, KP. White women love to use therapy speak to make it sound like they know what the fuck they're talking about when they don't. Fucking silence brand, crab laser eyes intensify. Thank you, Willis, for the 2 New Zealand dollars.
This seems to be a pattern with a lot of people that were commenting on this case. And if your intentions were really good—
KP is actually a visitor. I won't believe otherwise. I don't know what that means, but I'm so scared. Thank you, Toby, for the $2. And then Jean Jackson, Crab Rave, for Toby. Dean Jackson, thank you. We need to take the word gaslighting and put it on a high shelf where these children can't reach it. For fucking real, bro. I fucking hate this shit. I hate therapy speak. Exactly. Fucking Heaton did it too. Heaton did it too. Because self-harm is therapy speak. And Heaton was like, oh, if I talk to Chuli, I'm self-harming. Oh my god. Narcissist. Narcissism. This is narcissism. KP is a narcissist. I fucking hate narcs. God. I hate delusional narcs. Which is, unfortunately, the majority of them. I understand suffering with narcissistic personality disorder is a very real issue, and people struggle with it, but goddamn, you guys fucking suck sometimes, and you're not interested in changing your ways. Bubonic Tonic 6116, thank you for the $5. White woman has been here. How can you tell? Therapy speak.
And not monetizing YouTube drama for your own personal gain.
Oh my god. What the fuck were you doing then?
On this, and passive gaslighting in language of reasonableness. This seems to be a pattern with a lot of people that were commenting on this case. And if your intentions were really good and not monetizing YouTube drama for your own personal gain—
Why didn't you go to Saber Spark then? If your intentions were not monetizing YouTube drama for your own personal gain, why didn't you go to Saber Spark about the allegations before publicizing them? Fuck you. Cat says hi. Hi, hello, Abyssal Greg's cat. Hold your dancer, thank you for the $5. Check out the game. No, I'm not a human. Sometimes it'll make sense. Okay, it'll make sense. She's very much a visitor. Okay.
Why don't you donate your monetization profits to charity?
Did you? Actually, KP probably didn't make any money off of it because it was only up for a few hours. Why are these people owed to send money to charities because you fucked up and they have to come on and correct your fuck ups or talk about how you fucked up? They don't owe these shit anything. Oh my god, this is so dumb. KP's talking about, like, why didn't you do something morally amazing? Meanwhile, like, none of what she's done has been morally correct. It's all been shit from the ass. Here's my white woman therapy speak. Listening to KP talk is self-harm. Thank you, Salty Cheerios. No, she doesn't have any legal grounds to sue. This is all transformative. This does not replace the experience of watching the original thing itself.
Wait for the receipts. So one of the things I did...
I'll wait for the receipts. I'll wait for your receipts that you're actually going to take people to court, you lying fucking cunt.
Monetization profits to charity. I'll wait for the receipts. So one of the things I did was review the video with other trauma survivors. So I didn't realize that experience wasn't universal. And then people benefited from it. Like this one incident where someone shared a DM publicly without context after offering to help me and being a fanboy. And then a spicy comment was about coping, not about dismissal.
What the fuck are we talking about? Do you think KP has any... No, she doesn't.
This wasn't ethics, this was optics.
Girl, your video had neither. Crazy Kate Draws 1145. Thank you for the $5. And no, I'm not human. Visitors are essentially... Oh. SKIN walkers. Or fake people pretending to be human. Cool horror game. It sounds like something I should check out.
And then there was a situation with Courtney P. This wasn't ethics, this was optics.
Oh god, Courtney. Sorry, that name took like a second to seep into my brain cells.
And then there was a situation...
But fucking... It wasn't ethics, it was optics. Girl, you had neither. You had neither. That video wasn't ethical. It was forwarding rape allegations with no evidence. That's not ethical. The fuck?
Situation with Courtney P. For those who don't know...
Courtney. Courtney's... You know, someone told me once, before she started acting like all this stuff, before KP's video came out, they told me, you know, you might like Courtney. She kind of has the same fire that you do. Come to realize, no, she's just stupid, and she lashes out at everyone. That's not the same thing as having fire. My fire is fucking... hot, and it's beautiful, okay? What Courtney is doing is not fire. It's stupidity.
Courtney P is another YouTuber, and she got into a fight in the live chat with another trauma survivor, and it wasn't great. And for the record, I disagree with how Courtney acted. I checked on the person she dismissed, discussed things directly, and cut ties. I'm just kind of done with...
Apparently she didn't cut ties with Courtney.
Courtney.
The entire Orchard Pete family is just unhinged. I mean, I would say being a rapist is a little worse than being unhinged. But you know. Oh, goodness. Hold your dancer. Thank you for the $5. Cheese. I combined my name and please, and it came out with cheese. I'm gonna fucking end it all, bro. Julie, please, no. I would watch the hell out of you playing No, I'm Not a Human. Okay, I have to actually work now. Everyone have fun. Bye, Hold Your Dancer. Thank you for showing up. She's mad and lazy. She's mad because Lazy Bedhead donated her money to Rain. Oh, okay.
Something else I noticed is a lot of people...
Oh, Buddha Cat's here? Hi, Buddha Cat.
...who talk about me only talk about their side of the story. Kind of reacted. I checked on the person she dismissed, discussed things directly, and cut ties. I'm just kind of done with Courtney. Something else I noticed is a lot of people who talk about me only talk about their side of the story, often framed for clout or trends.
What the fuck are you talking about? If people are telling their story, then they're going to be speaking about their side of the story because it's their story. You're allowed to speak your side of your story because it's both of your stories. But why are you getting mad at people for telling their story? Shut the fuck up. Rain is like a, child abuse resources thing. Truly Von Cheese. What kind of cheese would I be? I hope I'm a good one.
And this can incite harassment and...
Chaduli.
Unfortunately, so just side of the story, often framed for clout or trends. And this can incite harassment, unfortunately, so just please be more careful and have more honest conversations.
Like, shut up.
There was how Mr. Enter treated me initially. He used belittling tone in comments like, "This isn't My Little Pony, Rachel," to dismiss valid emotional testimony.
Oh my god, girl, why are you... Oh my god. I like how she's like, this isn't about ethics, it's about optics. And then she's like, he condescended me. This isn't about ethics, it's about optics. Shut up. Please be more careful and have more honest conversations, lol, like you, exactly.
He reduced...
White cheddar. I don't think I'm white cheddar. I'm a type of smooth cheese you can spread on toast. Hell yeah. It's not just for kids. Okay, okay. Sorry, my bad. A support for SA and domestic abuse.
Nuanced trauma to poor tone, not just mine, but other people's, or emotional instability.
Sorry, I think I was probably thinking about the resources that the Center for Missing and Exploited Children offers, and I was just kind of like, because I know that the Center for Missing and Exploited Children does more. My brain just got confused and thought that RAIN was like that, but to a lesser degree, a less legally involved degree.
He positioned himself as the reasonable adult versus immature fangirl.
Why are we talking about cheese? Because I accidentally called myself Cheese. I combined my name and please.
Painting the story as punishment instead of pain. Himself as the reasonable adult versus immature fangirl.
What?
Or emotional instability. He positioned himself as the reasonable adult versus immature fangirl, painting the story as punishment instead of pain. And he...
What are we talking about? Please do. Oh God, I'm gonna be Cheese. Cheese whiz, Mr. Robot.
Focus more on bullet points and timeline logic than the human impact. He assumed I was lying in places without giving me a chance to clarify. He ignored the deeper emotional truth about what was being said, and he dismissed it as drama. Despite it...
Guys, this never works. I just want to point this out. Trying to gotcha people in your apology is never going to work.
Everything, I still appreciate...
we could draw... Oh, wait, I would be a cute mouse.
Emotional truth.
Wait, make me like an albino mouse. With like the evil red eyes.
About what was being...
Apologies. I'm gonna cry.
Reduced... There was how Mr. Enter treated me initially. He used belittling tone in comments like, "This isn't my
queso fresco,"
to dismiss valid emotional testimony. He reduced nuanced trauma to...
Emotional testimony. Why is it emotional testimony instead of just testimony? Just call it testimony.
Poor tone, not just mine, but other people's, or emotional instability. He positioned himself as the reasonable adult versus immature fangirl, painting the story as punishment instead of pain. And he focused more on bullet points and timeline logic than the human impact.
What are you talking about? If you're fucking up your timeline, that's a reasonable criticism. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God, this bitch is so annoying. She's so annoying.
He assumed I was lying in places without giving me a chance to clarify. He ignored the deeper emotional truth about what was being said, and he dismissed it as drama. Despite everything, I still appreciate that Mr. Entor gave me a chance to talk, even though I should have waited a little bit.
What? Okay.
And let me also just be clear about this. Sometimes passion in men is seen as genius, but passion in women is seen as unstable.
Are we going here? Are we going here? Remember at the very beginning when I was like, this apology seems pretty good. It took a turn. It took a turn many moons ago.
I know I'm intense. How I present myself in my YouTube videos.
This, I don't know. Mousely. I don't know. Coming from someone who has been tone policed and who has been misconstrued because of my passion, this is like insulting for her to put herself in this position.
When I'm a horse sometimes, I'm
a horse.
Intense. How I present myself in my YouTube videos. When I'm a horse sometimes.
Bitch, do you think you're scary? Truly.
Sometimes is not the same as how I present myself in real life and how my thought process works.
I know, how you present yourself in real life is fucking worse.
I personally exaggerate myself for comedy, and that gets read as an oversimplified version of my character, which affects my fandom friendship sometimes. It makes me...
Oh my God, my fandom friendships, girl, who cares? This is about you forwarding false rape allegations. Oh my God.
You feel a little unsafe. A version of my character, which affects my fandom friendship sometimes. It makes me feel a little unsafe. Something I want to bring up too.
No one cares. You forwarded baseless rape accusations. I wonder how safe Saber felt about that. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. I keep saying that. I keep saying shut the fuck up. And then I press play. Why am I doing this?
That I think pity friendships or mentor-like friendships where you don't explicitly tell the other person that that's your goal are problematic and troubling, because I want to be in an environment where people see me as an equal. And when someone has this internal take that they're judging me based on my own content and assuming my voice for my content where I over-exaggerate myself is just my whole core.
Maybe people can just pick up on the fact that you're dumb. Is she female jar? I don't know. She is talking dumb and she's talking to me. Sabao.
I exaggerate myself for comedic effect. And they say, oh, I'll help KP because she might just be a dumb, stupid fangirl, but at least...
Accurate. I mean, inaccurate because she's malicious as hell, but accurate.
I am the adult in the room, and I'm the one who's going to steer her without having an explicit conversation.
Hi, Sea Salt Cosmos. Welcome to the stream. We're talking shit about KP. I'm watching her original response, and then we're going to watch her, like, Q&A thing.
About it. Like, it feels like you're taking my friendship for your own emotional validation, which...
What is she talking about? I think she's just offended that people think she's dumb. To which I say, in that case, prove I'm wrong.
I didn't sign up for, so I'm open to having honest conversations, but you have to treat my point of view...
She's not, by the way. She's very much not.
...as equal to other points of view that you're getting.
And I know this because I heard a call between her and someone else where she was talking like a fucking bozo. The white woman jump scare, exactly. So glad to finally watch one of your streams. Yeah, I stream pretty often. You should come and hang out more. It's a fun time. I mean, I rage, but it's a fun time.
Or else
point of insanity. The fucking point of no return. What's the thing? Event Horizon.
Which I didn't sign up for. So I'm open to having honest conversations, but you have to treat my point of view as equal to other points of view that you're getting.
But Chewie, she can't rove them. Why? What is that word? Because it means she needs to work on herself. Sorry, that threw me the fuck off. No. Prove. I was like, what the fuck is neurove? She can't prove them wrong, but because it means she had to work on herself.
It's not a true...
Mercury is in Gatorade. True.
...level respected friendship.
You're taking me to the point of no return.
Someone trying to...
On what keyboard, Loki? Not on mine.
...parent me without me asking for it.
Okay, sorry.
To other points of view that you're getting. Or else it's not a true level respected friendship. It is someone trying to parent me without me asking for it.
Maybe you need it, whether or not you ask for it or not, because you don't know how to fucking parent yourself.
And let me also just be clear about this. Sometimes passion in men is seen as genius, but passion in women is seen as unstable.
Oh my god, we're doing this again.
I know I'm intense. And sometimes...
Wait, did I back it up, or what happened? Did she just repeat herself?
Woman is seen as unstable. Just like a cool been hurt in that process. And sometimes in a team environment, if it's not just like a cool chill house with KP...
Oh, she fucked up the audio all weird. She duplicated it.
And it's actually work, I can get some backlash, and it sucks. But I'm sorry if you've ever been hurt in that process. Like, please reach out if you want to. But I will be real and give you my experiences working with you. And if you're not ready for that emotionally, then I wouldn't bother right now.
What the fuck is she even talking about? This is supposed to be an apology for fucking up a video about child endangerment and rape. And we're talking about, if you can't handle me talking about my criticisms with you because I'm so intense and so scary, then fuck off.
No.
What are we doing?
Think about it and decide what you want.
You are crazy and vindictive, not passionate. There's a difference.
Want to do. And then it gets into a bigger problem. When fanboys catch feelings and don't get reciprocation, suddenly I'm crazy or too much.
What is going on? Why is this important? What are we dealing with?
Being insightful and start being unstable. And when people volunteer for me, sometimes their expectations are fun times with KP, and they're being work, and me putting up my own boundaries seems dismissive of their expectations. Again, I'm not allowed to be a person.
Salty Cheerios, thank you for the $5. White Woman Therapy Speak. Being friends with KP is social self-rip. Thank you for the $5.
Sometimes. Gaslighting through facts. Survivors mess up dates or...
What are we doing?
Gaslighting through facts. Survivors mess up dates or details and get dismissed completely. And trauma isn't a spreadsheet. Pain doesn't happen in bullet points.
Okay, yes, if you're dismissing people off based off of, like, minor mistakes, then that's one thing. But if you're pointing out the mistakes and saying, hey, this doesn't line up, what's going on? That's not dismissing. That's just fucking pointing out that the person is being inconsistent.
Like, can't we just admit that Saber might have made mistakes too? Sorry, I misread the situation, but I'll try to be more direct next time.
What? Fuck you.
Sometimes it isn't about severity, it's about narrative framing. Women framed as jealous, men as misunderstood.
Why is this a thing? What are we doing?
Even during editing, someone crossed...
Beyonce? Why are we talking about Beyonce?
Boundaries, who knew what the video was about. This isn't rare, this is a pattern. And when people volunteer for me...
Oh my god, someone drew me as a mouse. I'm not even listening to KP anymore because she's fucking annoying. This was drawn by Lunestra Sov. This is so cute. Why is she acting like a character in a Disney sitcom? Dude, like, Yeah. That's Luna Sov right there.
Sometimes
so
knew
cute.
what the framed as...
Cheesy.
The points. Like, can't we just admit...
Cheesely.
That Saber might have made mistakes too? Sorry...
Okay, but you have yet to prove that. So shut the fuck up.
I misread the situation, but I'll try to be more direct next time. Sometimes it isn't about severity, it's about narrative framing. Women framed as jealous, men as misunderstood.
Is this... You know, KP, sometimes things that are misogynistic tropes can be true. I'm just gonna say that.
Even
sometimes, you know, it isn't because of misogyny. Sometimes it's just because it's what happened.
During editing, someone crossed boundaries who knew what the video was about. This isn't rare, this is a pattern. And when people volunteer for me, sometimes their expectations are fun times with KP, and they're being worked and me putting up my own
Why is it repeating? What is going on?
boundaries seems dismissive of their expectations. Again, I'm not allowed to be a person sometimes. I'm not interested in building a brand on...
Yeah, none of us are. All of it, like, none of us are allowed to be a person at certain points. Shut up, you're not special.
Trauma. I'm not letting this get reframed as a scandal when it was a warning. Some things to take away from this is...
This was a scandal. Dean Jackson, thank you for the $4.99. Is she really trying to... Oh my goodness. Is she really trying to pull the people are only mad at me because of misogyny when the problem is that she made false accusations? Yes, she is. She's trying to frame it as, oh, misogyny. When in reality, it's just like, no, you fucked up. God, white women, why are you like this so much? Pudgy, thank you for the $5. Stoneface. It makes me think of that fucking... Hold on. For some reason, when you posted that, it just makes... And it's not even the same thing. Those are the fucking, things in, why am I forgetting? Easter Island. Rapa Nui, I believe, is, like, the indigenous name. It just makes me think of this fucking scene right here. The way I said stone face.
Stonehenge.
I fucking love it. Nearing 40-year-old white women, swear to God, you see this shit Squidward's house.
Have honest conversation with your friends or your work environment. It can save a lot of stress. Trust me. I know you don't have to agree with
But you already discouraged people from doing that. Shut up.
it, but I hope you sit with it, especially the child endangerment behavior. How can we use this experience to better share online communities for kids and adults? Should we have more strict age restrictions or more universal...
Why are we asking this, KP? You're not in a position to help with this. You're an irresponsible fucker.
Moderation guidelines for creators, Discord, and just a reminder that harassment is never okay. Criticism of the video and situation is fine, but people use this opportunity to tell me to unalive myself. And me taking space from the situation was seen as a dismissal of the concerns. I feel like I'm not allowed to have boundaries sometimes.
Oh my god, the therapy speak! She's going ham with it. I'm not allowed to have boundaries. And the boundaries is, let me take accountability on my terms. Shut the fuck up!
And consider why you have to tell a person you never met that they shouldn't be alive anymore. That's not okay.
Oh my god, okay. Thing that most people weren't doing. And that everyone knows is wrong. Okay, brilliant. Love that.
Just some bonus things to take away from this. So regardless of Claire, the Black Griffin tweets are still kind of weird, right? Saber used my video's performance
Shut up. Fuck off.
as an excuse to ignore the issues.
Fuck off.
So what's next? I've been working on a show pitch.
What the fuck?
Performance as an excuse to ignore the issues.
It's probably also because it was a bad video. He shouldn't take you seriously. What is happening?
So what's next? I've been working on a show pitch. And I'm really hoping something like my story can change the world.
Change the world. Oh, she's a narcissist. KP scribbles. That's fucked up. Am I alive?
And just some happy things to end on. This is my dog, Toby. He's a very cute dog, and he likes to wear outfits. So please enjoy.
Shut the fuck up. Never talk again, KP. Well, that was awful. That was a hilarious ending. I'm fucking fried. Oh my goodness. Maybe next time, yeah, next time I forward baseless rape accusations, I'm just gonna say, guys, I've been working on a show pitch. I hope I can change the world. Here's my dog. Goodbye. No, sweetie, we have the Knights of Guinevere at home as attitude. Vulture Doug, thank you for the $2. Feels like I'm listening to Patrick Bateman. Just a goddamn KP scribbles. Jesus Christ. The actual nightmare blunt rotation. That was the funniest ending to a video of this nature. Oh my god. Change the world. Goodbye. The rat meme. Wait, let's watch that one. She really... Wait, let's pull that up before we get into the Q&A thing. She really said this. Wait, why is it just the audio? This is so weird. Where's the actual thing? What is going on here? What? What is this? K-drama. Okay, well, I guess we have to deal with this.
Change the world. My final message. Goodbye.
I fucking hate this. Fried ass rat. Oh my god, not everyone knowing that I watch Francis Ray now. That's fucked. Oh, Shark War 4284. Thank you for the $2 Australian. KP, I'm working on a show pitch. Truly. Listen, Francis Ray goes to Disneyland Zooted, and it's good. Oh, bye. Bye, Rez. Hope you do well. Is she working on a show? Yeah, that was a Bose video. Yeah, I watch Bose. I watch Francis Ray. Blah, 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 blah. I have a thing called modesty and self-hatred, so if I made a show at all and it released, I'd be crying real. Okay, we're gonna watch the Q&A video, which is just a script, that Hidden Heroine, got access to. Let me see if she's around. she lost the pitch because of her video. She probably never got it through in the anyway. Oh man. KP did kind of what Beckett did, and she had her husband read out the script. Now this video has been taken down. However, Hidden was able to give it to me, and I put it on a junk channel and put it unlisted. So we're going to be able to watch it still on YouTube and have captions and everything. Just know that this video has been taken down because YouTube sucks. And I believe the Hidden has already filed a counterclaim. So it should be up within the next 10 days unless KP decides to sue. No, Hidden had her husband read it. Sorry. Yeah. Wait, she's married? You know, no homebreaker, but I'm gonna just say that her husband has a really nice voice. So let's go ahead and get started. This one does have the screenshots that were used in the script as well, so that'll be nice. This one has visuals.
Hold on. If I'm gonna be doing this, I need the proper gear. Let me just...
Like butter. Sorry, I'm not trying to homewreck, but goddamn. Like butter.
This will do. Alright, sit down, you monkeys. Now before we start, some ground rules. Any serious crimes mentioned in this video is not meant to be funny. But I am going to poke fun at just the general lack of education and research presented as fact, because it's just getting a bit ridiculous at this point. Not essays funny, but dumb people funny.
What?
First off, people are under the impression that I changed my mind about the Chris Stepanatos incident. But here's what I actually did.
Like me and my beautiful gay husband. Oh, truly chat, I'm scared for what KP might have created. What did she create? A lot of people are married in this day and age, believe it or not, yeah.
Look into the legality of what Chris's story would constitute as. Was he breaking any laws?
Oh, we're lawyer LARPing, okay.
Was I overreacting? And I found some stuff.
What do you mean she's married? Hidden? Yeah, Hidden. Hidden has a man.
Stuff that's not in his favor. Was he breaking any laws? Was I overreacting? And I found some stuff. It's stuff that's not in his favor. I'm going to be a bit of legal eagle for some of this video. Hold on. Even if...
You cannot even poke fun, Chewy. You write about his voice. I can... Right? It's nice. KP is not married.
There was no physical...
Yeast infection homunculus.
Contact with your body, ejaculating on someone's belongings without consent can fall under several possible criminal categories.
What are we talking
no physical
about?
Contact with your body, ejaculating on someone's belongings without consent can fall...
That was never the story. What are we doing?
Under several possible criminal categories depending on the state and circumstances. In many U.S. states, ejaculating in public or onto someone's property without consent can be prosecuted under laws about sexual acts done for sexual gratification without consent.
Okay, that didn't happen. That didn't happen because the story was fake. 2, the fake story never said that. The story was that he jerked off in the bathroom, in a shared bathroom, and then got lightheaded from fucking blowing a load and then fell into her underwear, which I think that's a weird story to tell. That's a weird story to make up. And it's also weird that apparently she apparently took it because she left her underwear? I don't know what's going on.
If this was done as part of a pattern of behavior to intimidate, humiliate, or violate you, this could be the threshold of harassment charges.
Okay, except it wasn't, and he stopped doing it, and he retracted everything, and he apologized for it. Shut up.
Some jurisdictions treat semen on someone's clothing as a form of property defacement or contamination.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
But KP, I hear you thinking, Chris didn't actually do this. He admitted he was lying. In legal terms, Chris admitting that he lied about the incident, regardless if you believe him or not, doesn't erase the action. The law cares about the behavior itself, not their honesty afterwards.
What are you talking about? They care about if the crime actually happened or not. Yes, they take that into consideration. Are you so stupid? Are you dumb? Like if you say, oh, I fucking robbed a Walmart, they're not gonna charge you as though you actually robbed the fucking Walmart. just because you said so. If you admit that you lied and there's no proof that you robbed the Walmart because it didn't happen, you're gonna face some different type of shit. Probably to a lesser degree. And if you're making a joke, because I'm pretty sure that joking about a crime is not inherently illegal. Please stop bullying this man with a very nice voice. I'm not bullying him. I am bullying the white woman that he is embodying. I would never bully this man for his voice. He has a very nice voice. Hidden, kind of scored, not gonna lie. Sounds like misanthropony. Don't say that. That's fucking rude as shit. No more burner accounts.
In fact, lying can make it legally worse.
No, it can't. What are you talking about? I just Googled. Is joking about a crime illegal? Joking about a crime can be illegal, particularly if the statement is interpreted as a genuine threat. Well, the first, okay, is not absolute. Your joke could lead to serious criminal charges depending on the context. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, not a threat of violence. Not a statement causing panic. Not a conspiracy. Okay. No more burner accounts. Oh my god.
Behavior itself, not their honesty afterwards. In fact, lying can make it legally worse. It can demonstrate consciousness of guilt, which matters in legal investigations. If they lie.
What are we talking about? Wouldn't you have proof if he fucking nutted on your clothes? The fuck? I've joked about my friends about putting milk in coffee while we were selling it. I don't think anyone would take a dumb 17-year-old's joke seriously. Exactly. Also, this is from, like, how many years ago? Like, 10 years ago? More than 10 years ago?
Lied to investigators or made false statements in writing, that could open them up to additional charges.
That didn't happen.
If they lied to investigators or made false statements in writing, that...
They didn't... What are you talking about? That would be obstruction. But so far, he hasn't obstructed anything. What are we talking about?
That could open them up to additional charges, such as obstruction, false reporting. That's legally significant.
He didn't false report it!
It proves he knew it was wrong, and it also suggests a pattern of concealment, which is not nothing. That can matter in civil cases, workplace reports, or credibility disputes even now.
Guys, I'm tired. Yeah, you would know if it was true years before she knew about it, which says something about her clothes if she couldn't see the stains on them. It's like, not to be TMI, but like cum isn't like water where you can just like, it dries and it's just like, oh, it's gone. It's not even like a liquid, so like, God, I hate talking about this, but like, there would be evidence.
Now, even if it happened 10 years ago, ejaculating on clothing without consent, whether he lied about it or not, is a sexual boundary violation. Period.
Jesus Christ. Except it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
It's still a crime, even if Chris did lie about it.
No, it's not. Not if it didn't actually happen. Not unless he's threatening to, or like causing a public panic, like a public disturbance. Or like conspiring to do so. That's not how that happens.
That not only exacerbates the potential charges. It's not a prank, not boys being boys, and not something you two have to just shrug off because it was decades ago.
Oh my god.
It might also come under discovery rule in civil cases. Now, why would others state this is just a joke? Well,
I wonder if she actually talked to a lawyer about this, because a lawyer probably would have told her to shut the fuck up.
Well, psychologically, for a few reasons.
Number 1, minimization.
Cum stain is a term for a reason. Jesus Christ.
State this is just a joke. Well, psychologically.
She talked to AI. As a paralegal, this is making me so mad. For real.
For a few reasons.
Number 1, minimization as a defense mechanism. Calling it a joke is a...
I don't know who this is. I think I've talked to this person. In like a stream once. Also, this is ChatGPT. I fucking forgot about this. Oh my god. I fucking forgot that she used ChatGPT. The person even said she talked to an AI. And I didn't... Oh my my life, bro.
For a few reasons.
Number 1. Minimization as a defense mechanism. Calling it a joke is a classic way to shrink the severity of the behavior that makes people uncomfortable.
No. It was to point out that it didn't happen. Not that you shouldn't be made uncomfortable by it. If he said that it's a joke to say that you shouldn't have been made uncomfortable by the fake story he told, then he would not have apologized for telling the fake story in the first place. Oh, she's therapy speaking. She's therapy speaking again. Through ChatGPT! Fuck my life!
It's easier on the psyche to say, it was just a prank, than to face reality that somebody crossed a sexual boundary. It reduces moral discomfort. If it's a joke...
I wonder what she input for this. Because it says Chris's name. Did she tell ChatGPT the fake story?
Maybe it wasn't really that bad. It lets them...
This is not... We're skipping.
This is a form of cognitive dissonance reduction. People resolve internal conflict between, I like this person, and this person did something awful by downgrading the awful thing into a joke.
That's not what's going on. Oh my god.
Number 2, protecting the in-group power. If someone is a part of the same social or fandom circle as Chris, calling it just a joke is also a way to protect the tribe.
What are we talking about? Chris didn't say you have to get over it and that, like, you shouldn't be upset with him or that it shouldn't have made you uncomfortable. Hello. Oh, hi, V. Welcome to the chat. We're learning about how, it's just a prank, bro, is flawed logic through ChatGPT when it has nothing to fucking do with the issue at hand.
If it's serious, they'd have to hold someone accountable, and that threatens the group's image. If it's just a joke, they can preserve the community narrative and their own comfort. This is especially common in tight-knit online circles. People fear that acknowledging wrongdoing will hurt the fandom or give haters ammo, so they rewrite the story to feel safer.
This is what happened. Like, this is something that actually happens in other situations. Like, it's what happened with Christopher, Cade and Monroe. It was just a joke. It was just a joke. That was meant to downplay his actions and, like, the severity that they had on me. This is not that, KP. You're a bumbling fucking idiot.
Number 3, humor as a shield against guilt. Psychologically.
Oh my god, we're skipping! We're skipping! I don't care about ChatGPT telling me how it's a joke is not a defense.
In crisis comms, diminishes the language so the public follows suit.
Him lying about it isn't just a side note. It shows consciousness of guilt. No,
What are we talking about? No, if he lied about it because he thought it'd be funny, that's not a consciousness of guilt. That's him being a fucking weirdo and thinking that something is funny when it's actually really creepy.
To be clear, I should have asked Chris if I could record the conversation with him. And in hindsight, should have had him make a brief public statement expanding the issue. I don't think someone should be defined by something they did that long ago. But that's the thing, this just extends to Chris. Since Chris admitted this to Will Ryan, his boss, at least once, we can assume, if it happened on DA Games company time, which also breaks additional laws.
What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Yes, this is a re-upload of Hidden's video. What are we doing? If he was jacking off on company time, that adds more additional charges. How do we know it was on company time? Do we have any evidence of this? Also, it didn't happen! It didn't happen!
Title 7 of the Civil Rights Act of 19...
We're doing this. We're doing this, okay. Oh, the Civil Rights Act! So, leave black people out of this. Oh my god.
It happened on DA Games company time, which also breaks additional laws.
Can I get some context? This is KP. This is like a dramatic reading of KP's Q&A script. Where she was going to go over some of the responses that people had to her video. Where she accused people of, child endangerment sexually. And also, forwarded false, or not false, they're looking to be false, but, baseless rape accusations.
Title 7 of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 prohibits sexual harassment in the workplace. EEOC regulations define Sexual Civil Rights Act of 1964 prohibits sexual harassment in the workplace.
You know, they didn't really care about that shit until the 2000s. The late 2000s at that. Check your DMs again? Okay. Oh, it's colored! This is so cute, you guys. I'm an albino little mousey. I might use this as like a VTuber thing, honestly. Or like a PNG tuber, if you're okay with that. Where she randomly picks little bits of the UK and US laws. Fuck me.
EEOC regulations define sexual harassment broadly, including non-contact sexual behavior like masturbating near someone, ejaculating on their belongings, or creating a sexually hostile environment.
Something that never happened. Great.
The OSHA, or Occupational Safety and
What does OSHA have to do with this?
Health Act, nerd, requires a hostile environment. The OSHA, or Occupational Safety and Health Act, nerd, requires employers to provide a safe, harassment-free workplace. Even if he did it in secret, the company is legally responsible if he was acting in a work capacity. The company should have known and failed to act. They did nothing after learning
What are we talking about?
about it later. The
Guys, I don't even have commentary for some of this because I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Because she's talking about, she's in Delulu world. Don't speak on my girl OSHA.
work capacity, the company should have known and failed to act. They did nothing after learning about it later.
What are we, you have to prove that happened. Oh, gopher? Okay. Here, we'll put, let's put this in there. Cheese. Sources. How do I input an image? Media file. There we go. Add source. Cheese. Where is the cheese? What do you mean it's not there? Let me add my fucking PNGs, bro. Media categories. Image. Okay, I found it. Oh my god, why is this so big? Hello everyone, I am Cheese. Can I rotate it? Okay, we're gonna be upside down cheese over here. Cheesely. Okay, how do I... Yes, get rid of it. Okay. There we go. There I am!
The U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission defines sexual harassment as unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other verbal or physical conduct of sexual nature that affects an individual's employment or creates an intimidating, hostile, or offensive work environment.
None of which happened.
The problem wasn't just Chris did this. It's the bigger problem that DA Games didn't take accountability for letting this incident go unchallenged within the company, on top of the continued conduct in these spaces.
But, oh my god, what action? It didn't happen!
People seem to have assumed that because these examples are old, this stuff still isn't going on. DA Games isn't actively trying to hide this currently in the year of our Lord 2025. Did you?
She actually said year of our Lord. KP is literally stuck in 2018. She deleted her old social media post back to 2022. Damn.
You guys watched the videos I linked? This was again exacerbated in the original email exchange I had with DA Games, where, and let me remind you, it wasn't just the nature of what Chris said. It's how the company reacted, didn't explain why they didn't bring this up to my attention earlier, and refused to take accountability unless an NDA was required. Will's problematic behavior is not extended to just a few bad memes, but possessing illegal materials to minors on top of proven not subjective grooming going on in the server, including
What? Okay. Sorry, I zoned out. So... Listen, I'm not gonna lie, I was just listening to his voice, I was like, damn, that's a nice voice. I didn't even listen to what he was saying.
Refused to take accountability unless an NDA was required. Will's problematic behavior is not extended to just a few bad memes, but possessing illegal materials to minors on top of proven not subjective...
Possessing illegal materials to minors. What?
...of grooming going on in the server, including having his minor girlfriend living with him at one point. And yes, all this is illegal. Guys, Will is breaking multiple laws and endangering minors, and I guess we're just going to ignore it. I wanted a conversation...
Is any of this proven? Chris is not Will, by the way? Yeah, what is this what is going on here? Did she just switch who she's talking about? Also, Hidden, I need you on here. I need guidance on what is being talked about. I know you were supposed to go to sleep, but I need help with this, because I keep getting so confused, because none of what she says is making any sense. All that happened on DA time is a retelling of the dumb joke. Oh my god. I'm gonna call Hidden. Hello?
Boo.
This shit is fucking killing me, dude. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
No, it's, let me turn on my PC so I can actually be properly helpful.
Also, thank you for having this man read out this script, because that is the only positive about this.
I literally walked up to him and I was like, hey, it'd be real funny. Be really funny if you did this. And
everyone
he was like, sure.
Everyone in the chat was swooning when we first started.
Everybody do be simping for my husband, as God intended.
As God intended. Tell Hidden about Cheesley. Oh yeah, someone drew me as a mouse. Look.
Oh, I saw, it's so cute.
It was oh my god, what is their name in chat again? Lunasov? Yeah, Lunesh.
Ow. Ow.
KP, my sources that I made it the fuck up. Thank you, Hannah Lee, for the $4.99.
Okay, so I feel like we should clarify a few things, because I fucking hate this Q&A so much. So, TLDR, right? 10 years ago, in 2014 to 2015, she took Chris, who was at the time working with her, this is important, to a convention where they shared like a room and like I think a bathroom as well, and he made up this really gross story that he jerked off, got lightheaded, fell face first into her underwear, and boom, right? Mm-hmm. And she did not know about this until 2023. In 2023, a whistleblower told her that this story had been told to like 3 people in total. I think one of them was Will, and then like 2 other people. She found out, had that fucking call with Chris, where Chris is basically on his hands and knees begging for her forgiveness, being all like, I have since gotten therapy, I have worked on myself, this has not happened again, I'm really sorry, I understand that you're like really mad at me, you don't have to keep me around, blah 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 blah. And she, first of all, did not tell him that she was recording him. Second of all, she asks really, really leading questions because she has always planned to release the call with him. And third of all, and this is something that she neglects to mention entirely, is after the call, she reaches out to Chris again and was like, hey, this call makes it look like you admitted to sexual assault. So if you don't want us to go forward with this call where it looks like you're committing sexual assault, you should reach out to us again. Basically trying to force him into like a call with them again.
Oh my
And
god.
yep. It's not fun. And yeah, so when that didn't work, she released the safety report on him with all the like messages that she sent to Chris, to Saber Spark, to DA Games, and like spread that around. And it's really funny because in the document she says, "Hey, um we don't want this person to be like out of a job or no longer have like any sort of jobs. However, comma, if you know about him and he's in your space, you should think about whether or not you want him there." Like
And then they thought about it and they said, sure, why not?
they said, "Sure, why not?" And it's so stupid because in this Q&A, and this is the part that pisses me off so much, she has on repeated occasions acknowledged that this was a made-up story, that this never happened, that it was just a fucked up joke. And then she treats it specifically in this fucking like video as if it did happen, and
Yeah.
she conflates it with like she says it happens on the A company time. What she's talking about is the retelling of the joke happened on DA company time, but the actual
That is
thing that,
so dishonest.
yep, because that's the thing. The back in 2015, he was working for her. So it happened on her company time. The only thing that happened on DA company times is that the joke was told. That's all there is.
Oh
The
my
joke was
God.
told to one person, and she's framing it as if it happened on their time. And I'm just like, no, no, girl, that is not what happened.
Yeah, what the fuck? Okay.
This video, I swear to God.
Okay, someone said Will dated a 16-year-old in his 20s. Age of consent is 16 in the UK. Doesn't make it extremely not fucking weird and creepy. Yeah, I mean that definitely feels like grooming, but if it's not defined as sexual abuse because grooming is not the crime, sexual abuse is the crime. Um if none of what happened could be defined as sexual abuse, then yeah, it's not breaking the law, which sucks because it should be breaking the law to be dating a 16-year-old in your 20s.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Oh well. It's fine. Let's just throw a random like SA allegation into our Q&A video. That worked out last time, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's like that's literally the way she treated the Saber Spark
Oh,
allegations.
not 16? Okay, they were
Oh.
17. That doesn't make it any better in
Oh.
my opinion, but yeah.
No. Still weird.
This is
Still
why I'm
weird.
scared to go to cons with hotel roommates. It's not that bad. I've done that before. Like I B&B'd with the art girls. It was not weird. Now, unfortunately, we had a fucking weirdo in there because we had Ponder, but God.
Great heavens.
This is Hidden Heroine. This is the person who made this
Hello.
video.
Hi. It's me.
This is the wife of the person reading out everything.
Yes, my wife is currently reading the video for you people.
About accountability and honoring that this is happening on company time is not okay.
Why is it so quiet?
He
Okay,
broke it.
no, I have a thing that I can turn it up a little bit.
And to prove that reform is actually happening. But then I learned that this has
Okay.
been a big problem in the company for a long time, and I wanted to cover that. I do feel
Sea
bad
Salt Cosmos says your spouse has a very lovely voice, and so do you.
Oh, thank you so much.
that Will's behavior and approach isn't the direct result of anyone else's actions, but they are excusing them by not okay.
Okay, I need to back it up. Are you in the stream, by the way, like the Discord stream?
Yeah, I'm watching the.
Okay.
For just going to ignore it. I wanted a conversation about accountability and honoring that this is happening on company time is not okay, and to prove that reform is actually happening. But
Wondering that this is happening on company time. Shut the fuck up.
Me when I lie. Me when I lie. Me.
Like, if this is the case, then just sue them.
I wonder if I can pull up the safety report again because it's so fucking silly.
Dude, I
'Cause-
crashed out. I just skipped through all of the fucking chat GPT stuff because it was so irrelevant.
Right, the only reason I'm having it like be read out is because I know people are gonna skip through it otherwise, and just to highlight how fucking insane she is. Like, it's just like I hate this woman so much. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
she. Let me see.
Oh yeah, no, I know, I understand, Jacka Slades. I understand. I was just saying, like, just like my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Then I
Yeah, oh my God. This is the whole other thing. I just read the stupid the shit again. She got really mad at DA Games because DA Games was like, if you want information on us investigating this matter, you need to sign an NDA because data protection, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she tried to switch it and turn it into actually I was being coerced into like signing an NDA because if I did that, it would be really hard to get out of it. And I'm like,
Oh my god.
that is not what's happening here. That is
Like, shut the fuck up.
this is like
So
not what's
they
happening.
offered her a position to potentially seek justice, and she was like, nah.
No. Literally, they were like, we're gonna tell you, we're gonna let you see what we're investigating and what we're gonna do, but because data protection, you need to sign an NDA. And she was like, no. And I'm just like, okay, perish in that case. Like,
Oh
my God.
god. The 17-year-old, my bad for saying 16 as if it's his ex's age. Never accused Will of essay. I want to point this out because KP's lack of distinction between who is who drives me insane, yeah.
Yeah, no. I hate her. I hate this entire
Welcome
Q&A.
back, Chris. We got hidden on the stream.
Hello.
learned that this has been a big problem in the company for a long time, and I wanted to cover that. I do feel bad that Will's behavior and approach isn't the direct result of anyone else's actions, but they are excusing them by continued association and alleged enablement.
That's not what that is. Okay.
Me when I just say words. Like
In that fucking in that sense, like KP, you have enabled every single bad thing that Lyle Convoy has ever done because you were talking to him.
yeah, or like every single bit that Courtney did, like being weird with minors.
Yeah,
That-
you've enabled
Mhm.
every. Is that the game we're playing? This is so
Yeah.
stupid.
Yep. This is the game we've been playing the entire time where it's like, oh, because you hired Chris over a joke that wasn't even public when I was made, it reflects on you and your hiring ethics.
We're
Like,
gonna skip the Chat GPT stuff again.
please do.
Accent. There.
Also, who is this? Is reading this? I don't recognize this person.
This is Mahi. This is
Mahi. I remember.
Mahi. Yeah.
I was gonna say I remember being in a stream maybe with them.
Yeah. I think it was the Heaton stream we did.
Yeah, back when I had like the evil Wi-Fi.
Yeah, where I gave you my Wi-Fi. So I was
Yes,
like, here
thank
you go.
you. Oh man. Oh, I need you to show me like the PNG tuber stuff so I can like make my thing move up and
Oh.
down.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you that I think it's Fujitech if I remember correctly.
Okay, yeah. We can discuss that tomorrow since after this you're probably going to bed.
Yeah.
Hostile
Yes.
environment. Doing this
Courtney still looks like she doesn't shower. Y'all are mean in chat, goddamn.
on company time
But
or
also
property
correct.
dramatically increases liability.
But KP, I hear your thoughts. You lied about the statement. That part was an assumption. In my original statement about this incident, I said I've never made a video like this, which makes her enter a lie, even though I never had a chance to.
What is does she actually fuck it up in the script?
Yeah. Like I told him to just read it the way it's written in the script.
Okay.
Like just the way it is.
Makes it
That's
infinitely
why.
harder to understand anything going on.
So this is done again because she doesn't provide any context in her actual script about this. So when Mr. Enter covered her, he said that she said, "Oh, I've never covered a situation like this before," and he points out that's not true because she covered
Yeah, she
not
made
Courtney,
the
Lily
Lily
before.
Pete video.
Yeah, exactly. And so he said, well, you did make that video before. And she's really, really mad because she's like, that's not a lie. It's just like the stuff with Lily and like the victims was already out there. And this was like the first time I broke a story. And it's like, no, it's the same concept. You're talking about predation.
It's You've
done it
still,
before.
You're still doing call out. You're still calling people out. That's like when Ponder's like, I don't do call out videos. It's like, what the fuck do you do
What
then?
do you do though? Like, what is it then? Like, yes.
It's about disproving lies. Oh, you mean calling out lies? Calling out people for lying? You mean calling people out?
Me
Like,
when semantics.
Literally.
Clarify, nor did he reach out to clarify. He kind of just ran with it. What I was referring to is that I had never broken a case like the DA Games or the Saber.
No one cares what you meant if what you said is wrong.
This is also such a non-issue.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Why are we
Like,
talking about this? You accused a guy of rape with no evidence. Why is this what we're talking about?
It's just like, where's your priorities, woman? Where?
Oh my god. She's gonna talk about her fucking show pitch again at the end.
allegations.
Oh no.
The video I did covering Lily Orchard
Fugitech is for Discord calls. I recommend VOTube Mini. Okay.
was done with statements with victims that were already publicly logged. The only new information was my own experiences. This was totally different. What the voice...
Okay, so you saying that you included new information in that video. So meaning that you have broke a story.
Yeah, this
Actor is
makes no sense. Literally,
Publicly logged.
it's so silly.
I hate this woman. I hate this woman so fucking
No.
much, dude.
Women derogatory.
Woman derogatory.
The only new information was my own experiences. This was totally different. What the voice actor incident? No one brought up this directly in the comments, but some commented on the fact that I asked people to work on a volunteer basis. I understand that volunteering is a very personal choice for many, but something that was left out in the exchange he showed is that he offered to do this in the past. The spicy comment was just a critique on it being non-traditional to my usual content.
Oh my god. Is this about her being like, ooh, I'm having you read out something spicy?
Yeah, it's also really funny how she kind of entirely glosses over what people were actually mad at her about when it comes to the volunteering stuff. Because like the thing with the volunteering stuff is she didn't properly tell people how much work they would be doing, and then completely neglected to like fucking not the slur.
I was just waiting for you to notice it.
She also completely neglected to credit her team at all. So she was like, "I'm gonna give you exposure, except I'm not going to expose you."
Also, I feel like you should be informing the people that are working for your video that they're going to be in a thing that includes rape accusations.
Nah. Just steal it. Just steal it like the fucking thumbnail for her Let's Talk video. I mean, what? She didn't steal that.
Yeah. Do you have the original? I would love to show it.
Oh, yeah, let me see if I can find it. I know it's in Catslayer.
Which is why something like this posted without
Man, whoever made that edit of the mouse truly is really funny and clever. Thank you, Anthony.
context or consent should have happened. The same being non-traditional to my usual content. Which is why something like this posted without context or consent should have happened. The same person then complained the use of the same...
That's a really weird word to use here. Consent.
I wonder.
This is the original art, you guys.
Yeah. It's just, I wish I knew the artist's name, but I couldn't find it because they're not credited in Catslayer. But this is the original piece, and the artist has since blocked KP, and KP was like, what if I used this anyway and altered it for like
just
the thumbnail?
edit you out.
Yeah, like what if I just used this anyway? Screw you. Like what the fuck? I hate this woman.
Oh no, the misgendering yourself. I'm so sorry, V. She is the epitome of white woman. How, you could just say this is coming from a former white woman.
Same image in Saber's video was a violation of their consent, which I found both ironic and
Wait, what?
happened. This same person then complained the use of the same image in Saber's video was a violation of their consent, which I found both ironic and hypocritical.
Okay, yes, that's stupid. Okay, no one cares. Why are we talking about Cartoonchi again? Kill me.
It's really funny because she'll switch on Cartoonchi now because yeah, remember how she was at first like, oh my god, Cartoonchi was really nice.
Gaslighting me.
Yeah, no, like, right, she was at first, she was like, oh my god, Cartoonchi's fucking evil, and now she's like, oh my god, Cartoonchi, you're so nice to me, thank you. It's like, what the fuck?
What the fuck, even?
But Cartoonchi! Well, I first would like to thank this guy for being fair compared to the rest of you fucking Holgians, but I want to stop
What the fuck?
right in the midi lost this. Now, although you and anyone can say, this is my opinion, the argument doesn't work when you were literally one of the first sources to report on the issue before I had the chance to figure out how to respond. This isn't an opinion, you're repeating into the void. This is an opinion that is actively shaping how people are responding to this.
The fucking caption on that was crazy, by the way. I don't know if you saw that.
To figure out how to respond. This isn't an opinion, you're repeating into the void.
This isn't an opinion, you're peeing into the void.
I remember he pointed that out to me when the video first aired, and I was like, oh, well, unfortunate.
Thank you. But how will this affect Tipster's legacy? Y'all are fucked up.
This is an opinion that is actively shaping how people are responding to the story, and listening to an opinion about a video that was taken down. If you would have waited on me before posting, the main part of your video could have been the DA-gamed highlights, which was originally the goal. I don't know. I don't think you thought about it, but coverage like that also has consequences of her.
What are you talking about? He just called you out for being an irresponsible, stupid little fuckwit. I don't know, maybe if you didn't want him to call you out for being an irresponsible, stupid little fuckwit, maybe you shouldn't have been an irresponsible, stupid little fuckwit. Have you ever thought about that? You stupid little fuckwit?
No. No, she didn't. It's also really funny how she's like, oh, the focus was supposed to be the DA Games thing. Okay, then why did you, like, sneak in 3 other allegations while you were talking about DA Games?
He even pointed that out, being like, hey, it's weird that, like, you're centering Saber Spark and all this stuff, but yet most of this video is about DA Games. Pissing against the wind, that's fucked up.
Oh my god.
Harassment if not addressed carefully. That's why I took my own video down. Those factors can be drastically irresponsible if you are leading with interpretations and facts that aren't backed up. Plus, it seems like your goal was clear
That's not what he was doing.
from the start. For example, here's a clip from the original video that cartoonishly interpreted as an ego reflection.
Error clip not found.
Maybe I said that because Jon Stewart and I are also Jewish, and I relate.
Why does she keep bringing this up? Can someone explain to me the fucking Jon Stewart joke? Because I don't get it.
Yeah, please explain. Like, please explain to us non-Jews, I guess.
Like literally.
Reflection. Maybe I said that because Jon Stewart and I are also Jewish, and I relate to his representation. No matter how you characterize it, this had an influence. You are responsible for how the public reacts, just like everyone else.
What is this? Okay, if he points out that you fucking suck, and then the public says, man, this bitch fucking sucks, why is that something he needs to take responsibility for? Take responsibility for showing people that you fucking suck? That's something he should take pride in.
Everybody's so mean to her, and the reason everybody's mean to her is because people are, like, covering her and, like, telling her that she's a biased little piece of shit who didn't care about actual victims being hurt and was just being spiteful.
Oh,
because, like, that's totes not true. Like, that's totes not true. It's not like the entire video was about Check's Notes, Chris, and Check's Notes again. The fact that Saber Spark and DA Games hired Chris, and that Saber Spark defended Black Griffin and therefore had to die. Like,
Brony Fandone. It's over.
Or how you characterize it, this had an influence. You are responsible for how the public reacts, just like everyone else. But what about Brony Fandone? For those of you who don't remember, Brony Fandone is a user who originally broke the
Bernie Fandone.
original allegation under the YouTuber name Black Griffin. You are welcome to research that case if you are new and come up with your own conclusions. But what I didn't know at the time is that Fandone is also someone who has a very problematic views. I don't know why you're hunting predators if you talk about Lolicon like this. Also, for the record, it was Brony Fandone's idea.
What are we talking about?
Views.
Yes, she's pretending
Thank God
to not
you're
know.
here. Because, like, this is exactly what I kept happening. Like, she would say something, and then she magically, like, drifts off into what the fuck world. And I'm like, how did we get here? What are we doing?
No. So she's now trying to pretend to say that she never had any idea that Brony Fandone was problematic. So she's trying to be all like, well, I wasn't aware that they, like, were basically role-playing as a child getting fucked, and I didn't know. I didn't know that they were completely fine with lolicon and, like, predation, essentially, and making excuses for it, blah, 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 blah. It's like, it's right there. KP.
And this is the person whose, like, allegations she was forwarding?
Yeah, so Brony Fandone is, along with Sophie Scratch, so Sophie Scratch and Brony Fandone share the account, right? Mm-hmm. And both of them were the people who originally made the Black Griffin doc that came out, the Master doc. The problem with that is, for one, Bonk, so Brony Fandone, is fucking weird. Literally, like, into all kinds of weird shit, like rape fetishes and what the fuck else. Yeah. And the other problem is Sophie Scruggs is really parasocially attached to Claire, the person that people are claiming is Black Griffin's victim, to the point that she says, oh, Claire's my best friend, and Claire was literally like, I didn't know who you are. I had to look you up. We've interacted twice. Like, it was insane. So not only is this document written by people who don't actually know what they're talking about, but also people with incredibly skewed views on things. And both of them decided to loudly speak over Claire, despite Claire now repeatedly stating, stop talking and speculating on my childhood, you're weird.
Yeah. Amazing. I love when that happens.
Amazing.
Concern troll. It's just concern trolling.
Basically.
What video? We're watching Hidden's video, dramatic reading of the Q&A script.
Yeah.
It was KP's Q&A script, and then she just had her husband do a dramatic reading of it and then uploaded it to her channel. It is taken down on Hidden's channel because KP copyright struck it.
Nice.
But you did file a counterclaim, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I at first I was literally fighting YouTube in like multiple emails. It was like, you guys are weird. Why are you even allowing this? And then they
Yeah.
were like, oh my God, but like the legality is on her side. I'm like, okay, die. So I filed a counterclaim.
When did you file it?
That was yesterday or like 2 days ago, I think.
Okay.
So she has 8 more days, 8 more business days to sue me, or my video comes back.
Yeah.
Come up with your own conclusions. But what I didn't know at the time is that Fandone is also someone who has a very problematic views. I don't know why you're hunting predators if you talk about Lolicon like this. Also, for the record, it was Brony Fandone's idea to connect me to Amy with the intention of putting said testimony in the video, misunderstood me, and then proceed to throw me under the bus, even though he said he wasn't going to do that. I don't really have any comments besides I won't be engaging with him again, the creepiness I wasn't aware of, and he is or was very mentally ill. So
She
my God.
called him the fucking R-slave, bro.
No, oh my God. Okay, so here's the thing, right? The people who were involved in this whole Black Griffin nonsense are
KP
obviously
no striking.
Yeah,
KP no striking. KP no
KP
striking.
no striking.
Aw, man.
Goddamn. No, but okay, let's see. So the people involved in this are KP, obviously, Courtney, obviously. Then we have Amy Newt, who is the wife of the voice actor of Big Macintosh, who had a direct line to Claire and chose to ignore that because why would we care about the victim's testimony, right? And then there's Bonk, which is one of the owners of Brony Fandone, which is the weirdo, and Sophie Scratch, which is the other owner of the Brony Fandone account, also a fucking weirdo. And like, yes, Brony, like,
Just a
fucking Bonk,
collection of good actors.
just a collection of good actors. But the problem with Bonk is that, and this is like a minute detail, but also kind of important, Bonk used the Brony Fandom account to attempt to stream their attempt on their life. And
What the
Sophie,
fuck?
yep, due to all the harassment, and Sophie revoked the access to the account only to give it back, like after the
They
attempt.
gave it back. Oh my god.
Yep, this is why I'm like, I don't care about anything that these people have put out. Like, I don't believe
Yeah.
shit or thing they're saying.
No, I completely like what is oh my god. What is the name of the person that they're calling Black Griffin's victim?
Claire. It's Claire and Michelle.
Yeah, I completely stand with Claire in that regard because it is exactly what people have been doing. Like people like fucking Malcolm, people like God, Cy Scribbles, have been doing with me, where they're like, "Oh, you're being victimized by Lyle Convoy, but also we're gonna treat you like shit because we think you're being victimized by Lyle Convoy."
Literally, ugh, it pisses me off so much because here's the thing, right? People who are talking about this loudly don't even care to get the ages right. So
Exactly.
there's this video out there by Courtney who talks about the Black Griffin allegations, and she keeps saying that Claire and Gabe got married at 20. They got married at 24. She's currently 26.
Amazing.
They've been knowing each other since like she was 20, like actually know each other. But the rest is just speculation about them possibly knowing each other on a surface level because Gabe was living with Michelle's family and Michelle and Claire were friends. But there's no proof for anything except for like 3 photos.
This is so stupid. Oh my
Right?
god.
I hate it. It made me viscerally angry. Like I watched Courtney's video and it actually turned me into a Black Griffin supporter. That's how bad it was. I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not on
Sophie
Gabe's
says
side
they're
actually.
friends with Claire when the only interaction they've had was Claire complimenting her snail.
Yep.
Also, complete
That's
side
literally all
thing,
there was.
anybody know anything I can do for hand pain? I do not know. You would have to look that up or
Wax.
talk to a professional, yeah.
I hope he gets the help he needs. No, asset use is a mess, and although we use assets under fair use and under transformative work properties, I admit that some things slid by near the end, and that's why I took the video down and why those mirrors are probably next. Sorry for that girl that got mad at me on Tumblr. But transformative law in the
What?
United States is especially tricky, and sites like TikTok thrive on reusable content,
This is
and
so
because
ironic
it's based
in
in China,
hindsight.
is able to get around said laws. Bet you didn't know that. As well, it is an industry standard.
Bet you didn't know that. China.
So do you know what she's actually on about in this? Probably not, huh?
No, she gives no context for anything.
So she has a clip in her original video, which is the snap cube "I'm pissing on the moon" clip, right? The
Yes.
problem with that is that it's not the original snap cube. It's a cosplayer voicing that, and she
Yeah.
just took it and slapped it into the video without any credit whatsoever. And she
Amazing.
got it from TikTok. This is why she's talking about like fair use and how, on TikTok you get around it because blah 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 blah. Because she got it from there. And this
Oh
is
my
so ironic
god.
in hindsight because she's talking about transformative and how she can use it because it's transformative, but then strikes me and Beckett and Internet Adjacent
And
and Felgy
Falgi.
and so many other people.
She hasn't
It's like,
struck me yet.
okay.
The only thing I can assume is that she's scared of brown people.
Yeah, probably. She's like, I don't want to look racist. Like, I'm fine with
It's
like
not
being
even
friends
that.
with
She's more just like concerned about like, oh, if I take down this ratchety bitch's ass, like she's gonna beat my ass.
for real, as you
I mean,
should,
I
honestly.
will beat your ass verbally, KP. I have no interest in fighting you in person.
Brother, ew, no, I don't want to be near that. She's growing an entire like ecosystem. I don't, no, thank you.
Oh my god.
I don't
God,
want
that
to
was.
touch that.
Oh, we're not gonna touch on that. That was the most uncomfortable shit I ever read in my life. I
Yeah,
felt
no,
violated. I was like, what? I was like, I feel like I like a voyeur.
I was not ready for that. I was like,
I
I know
wasn't
who Matt's.
either. Everything I learned about that shit was against my will.
Yeah, no, I thought when Matt's Waffles was like, oh, I have like spicy screenshots, I was like, oh, is this about like the video or scripts or anything of the sorts? And then it was that, and I was like, why would you show me that?
Get know what?
Keep
No,
that.
masked kitty, get zooted. Enjoy yourself. Are we still mad at the Billy Bust Up devs for defending their choice for keeping Black Griffin as a VA game?
Some
As a
people
VA for the
are,
game. Some
actually.
people.
Yeah,
I don't
some
know.
people
I
are.
don't know enough about that stuff.
Yeah, so what happened is like Billy Bust Up is like a game, obviously, and they were hiring Black Griffin for like a song or something. And when the allegations came out, a lot of people were trying to cancel them for hiring Gabe because they obviously believed everything that was being put out, which I will say,
No.
is it fine to be uncomfortable with what's going on? Sure. Can you be like, oh, my words do not agree with this? Sure. But calling it grooming when you have no evidence, weird. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't.
Standard for actors to sometimes not have full scripts when working, but this shouldn't be a problem anyway since I don't plan on making any more videos like this anytime soon.
Thank God.
Anytime ever.
Thank God.
Never speak.
Please delete your channel.
But Saber was just trying to be responsible. I understand the sentiment, but something that is never brought up is that it is borderline illegal to make someone take a pregnancy test without their consent in the United States, which is where the incident takes place. Don't believe me?
What are we doing?
Oh my God. This is another dumb point because if you actually listen to what Saber is saying, Emily is kind of the asshole in this situation. So, first of all, when Emily and Saber were intimate, Saber was told that she was on protection, that she had an IUD. Therefore, he consented under the idea that, she's protected. And then, and this is like it's unclear what's the case here, whether or not she lied or if it actually did happen. She ended up missing her period. So he was begging her, hands and knees begging her to take a pregnancy test because, you know, I'm assuming a guy would like to know if he's about to become a dad. So
I'm sorry.
they
I'm stunned. So are we saying that that like we know that she lied about having an IUD?
so we're assuming that because like there's only two instances here. Either she lied about missing her period because how would that happen when she has an IUD and she's protected? I know there's a chance, but still, it feels weird and she has a history of attempting baby trapping with men. So, you know, and the other thing is she was avoiding this pregnancy test so hard. Like he was begging her on her knees, begging her, hey, can you please take this test? And she was like, I don't want to do it yet. Like, I'm not ready yet. And so they agreed that she would take it at a convention where they would meet up. And he was not pushy, according to himself. I'm going off his testimony because at that point that seems more trustworthy. And she was like, can you take this? And she was like, no, I'm not ready yet. So they were like making out or something, and then he was like, I can't really do that. I need to know if you're pregnant. So then she finally took the test and it ended up being negative. So no, she was not forced. He was begging her to do it and she kept denying to do it.
Sorry. The
Those
reason
are-
why I'm so stunned here is because I'm like pretty sure that if you lie to someone about using protection, that counts as SA.
Yeah, no, like that's the thing. A lot of people are saying if she lied about having the IUD, he consented under false premises, and that would be SA. But we don't know. And a lot of people are just sitting here being like, hey, so either you lied about missing your period and you made him freak out over nothing, which is bad, or you lied about having the IUD, and that is also bad. And this is like one of the reasons why I'm like not on Saber Spark's side, but like why I'm more inclined to believe Saber Spark over her. Because how do you have this man begging on hands and knees for you to take a pregnancy test, and you're like, mm, no,
Yeah,
no.
cause that breaks consent, bro.
It's, yeah, and she's trying to be like, oh my god, like he forced her to do it. He quite literally just asked her to. He was just like, can you please do this? Can you please take this test? Hey, I would appreciate it if you took this test. Could you please take
Yeah,
it? Like,
he's not forcing her. Like unless he has a fucking gun to her head, he's not forcing her. Shut the fuck up.
yeah, and he was
I've
even
linked
willing
cases
to
in this.
wait at the con. So it's not even like when they were in person that he
Oh
was
my
pushing her
god.
to.
You know, most
So she,
like not to be like patting him on the fucking back or whatever, but a lot of guys wouldn't even do that.
yeah, no. He was literally trying to be responsible and being all like, yeah, he even says like, I didn't want it to happen, but if it did happen, I was willing to step up. But I need to know in
Yeah,
order
like
to
he
step
wasn't
up.
like the
So
implication here is clearly like that he was trying to get her to get an abortion, but it sounds to me like he just wanted to fucking know if he was on his way to becoming a dad.
that's literally it. He talks about how he was crying about this because he was so worried because he was at a point in his life where he didn't necessarily like make good money, where he wasn't necessarily stable. So he could
Amazing.
barely like take care of him. So a baby would be, you know. So yeah, this is so disgusting to frame it this way. It makes me so upset.
Some states say it doesn't count as SA for lying about using protection. Well, those states are fucking stupid.
For real.
Illegal to make someone take a pregnancy test without their consent in the United States, which is where the incident takes place. Don't believe me? I've linked cases in the description. Forcing someone to take a pregnancy test is not being responsible. It's
That's also not what's happening here, you dumb fucking cunt.
Literally.
reproductive coercion, a violation of privacy and consent. And the
You know what else is a violation of privacy and consent? Fucking lying about having an IUD!
This is why I hate this entire thing so much because I like Saber Spark is the person who put so much money and effort and time into getting all this evidence, and then there's KP, Courtney, and Emily sitting there like, yeah, bro, just trust me. Just trust me,
US, a
bro.
potential
Fuck this bitch. Fuck this fucking
For real.
person. Fuck this fucking person.
father has no legal right to compel a test or
This woman also has a kid? Who are we talking about?
Emily had a child when she was a teenager because she really wanted to be a teen mom. She was on Dr. Phil because of that. So,
Oh my god.
access
yep.
medical records. That's the law.
Didn't she also fuck a Sonic VA?
Yeah, she was part of a cheating scandal. He was married, and she decided, what if I did it anyway with him?
Boo to
And that
both
was like
of
a
you.
whole, yep, screw both of them for that, to be honest. But
Wrap it before you tap
yeah,
it. Well, what about the
shit, what am I
voicemails?
doing?
So this is going into why, as much as there are a few people asking, I'm not going to talk to anyone about this because I've already been burned with this whole situation. Now, during
that's
the
a
immediate
lie. She
aftermath of
talked to
this
me.
video,
That's a lie. She's lying right there. She talked to me.
Amazing.
Which I would like to correct the record and something because she keeps lying about it. It was not Liar who sent me her way. It was a friend of ours that was talking to her, noticed she was really freaked out when this first all was happening, and was like, "Hey, Hidden's really level-headed. Do you want her to help you? Reach out to her. I'm sure she'll help." And then I didn't manage to because I was busy, she was busy, we never connected for a call. And then in September, I reached out to her again and she asked me for help. This is where the call happened that I uploaded on my channel, where she lies to my face repeatedly.
Nice.
And then gives me access to the Q&A, which is the script that we're reading right now, and her original audio from her version 1 of her Let's Talk. And that's where I have it from, by the way, just so people know. And so she's in this Q&A being like, oh, I'm not going to talk to anybody about this. Lies, you said in a call for 1.5 hours, shit-talking Beckett. Like,
Yeah.
don't lie.
Get
Don't
Emily out
lie.
of the Sonic community now.
I was taking interviews to both acknowledge the video was bad, but to try to direct attention back to the DMCA'ed documentation.
Girl, you
Also
have
lie.
to. Oh my god, this is so fucking stupid. It's not your place anymore to talk about that because you don't know how to fucking talk about it.
She's also lying because that's not what she did in those interviews. She literally was just like,
But people
why
were more
is
concerned.
everybody shit talking me? Why are all my old friends shit talking me? Oh my god. Also, would you
I
still
know what she's about to do. She's about to do the fucking thing where she's like, oh, people were more concerned about my fucking tone.
To both
I
acknowledge the
think
video
we're,
was bad,
we're gonna get
but
into
to try
Beckett now.
Oh god.
I think
to
this
direct
is
attention
Beckett
back
time.
to the DMCA'ed documentation. But people were more concerned with the other side of the story. More specifically, this guy named Beckett.
Yep. There you go.
Beckett was already planning on covering the video, but in honesty, I wasn't really in a position at that point to answer any questions, and I should have advocated for myself a bit better. Regardless, information was coming out, and Beckett convinced me that Emily and Brony Fandone had manipulated, but what I didn't think about more critically at the time. Now, what was available is that Saber told him and guesses that it was Emily, but that's not enough information to say without 100% doubt, which we'll get to more.
It was Emily.
It was Emily.
We know it was Emily.
Also, the whole thing about like not being in a position, girl, you took an edible before you had an interview with Beckett and Lio. Like, don't lie. Don't
Oh
you know
my
that was a
God.
you choice.
This
That was a
stupid
you
bitch.
choice.
Stupid fucking bitch!
More in a second, but that someone is innocent or guilty.
How dare she dead name Becky?
For real.
Still, Beckett convinced me that this was fact, but the thing is, it's not. Then I cried. And then I panicked. And then made a bad decision. And then it escalated, but then it was talked about. And this
I don't get what she's doing. It sounds like she's laying out the events of her day. I woke up. I ate cereal. I brushed my hair. I brushed my teeth.
This section, I hate these sections so much because she's basically trying to discredit Beckett, and what I find disgusting, she'll do it in a bit, and we forgot to put the screenshot in, so that's why you're not going to see it. And she tries to weaponize Emily to do it, and I think that's really disgusting
Do you
because
have
that's
the
the victim.
screenshot?
You're like, yeah, I have
I
it.
can
Let
always
me.
pull it up, yeah.
This is why I wanted to take space from all of this. I wanted a chance to sit with everything myself without being pulled in different ways. But cope convincing people and acting that Emily's reputation in the Skyblogs are finite proof.
Calling him Cope like it's his fucking surname is crazy.
Sit with everything myself without being pulled in different ways. But cope convincing people and acting that Emily's reputation in the Skyblogs are finite proof is incredibly dangerous. It misleads people to what evidence actually is. It enforces myths about trauma and abuse.
Bottom line, trying to convince people that those blogs aren't enough is just
ChatGPT time. ChatGPT time.
The right arrow's looking really good right now.
good faith discussions. Cut this part out, cut this part out, cut this part out. This is for the one under it. I'm guessing you want these spaced. I don't know. Days never finished. Masses got me working.
And
Dude, fucking vibrato sped up the oh. It wasn't
this
Skype
is what-
logs, it was text messages. I passed like she's just wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's just silly. She's stupid as fuck. These are like actual text messages that Saber scrolls through, and he like cameras himself while doing so, so you actually see that these are real messages. So yeah, she's just dumb.
Amazing. She's not wrong. She panicked and escalated and has stopped climbing the hill. Yeah?
don't tell me you're not being biased if you were literally interviewing former friends of mine about me without giving me a chance to comment on their accounts or even be aware that this is happening. What does this
Why? Who cares?
Like when you made like 2 separate allegations of SA up.
Yeah, you mean like when you accused a guy of rape without ever hearing out his side of the story?
That wasn't even that, by the way. She made up a story apparently about a security guard at a convention walking her back to her room, and she then spread that this person wanted to SA her.
Oh my god.
So
You
that's
know,
one.
I would be really fucking happy if a security guard escorted me back to my room because people are fucking scary.
Right? I was like, what? Yeah, so she tries to do that, and then there's another thing
A
where
security
there
guard
was
would save me from just a robot. Sorry.
please. And then the other thing she alleges, like when she gets confronted about this, by the way, is she talks about one of her former editors where she's like, oh yeah, this person was also really into me, but I wasn't into them, and then they crashed out, and I'm like, KP, nobody's into you. If I
KP,
wanted to see a forest, I'd
literally
walk. Leave.
Nobody
Silence.
fucking cares about you. Nobody fucking cares about you and your fucking petri dish.
No, everybody does. She's
Oh my
really
God.
important.
Someone said my tab crashed at the chat GPT part.
have to do with anything discussed in the video? Or is this just there to damn my character a bit? This is classic defensive psychology.
It's classic.
What?
We're skipping. Shut the fuck up. We're
Framing
skipping.
through a name-calling tantrum, even in your title. Your title response screams that. And criticize your approach and your framing, and you threw a name-calling tantrum, even in your title. Your title response screams that. And you want to be taken seriously? This looks like textbook projection.
I mean, I don't know. People take him seriously. It's UKP that people have a problem taking seriously. Remember
His
to like the
title-
stream, you guys.
Remember to like and subscribe. Also, donate to Julie's Patreon and or GoFundMe. I don't know if the GoFundMe's still up.
Yeah, the GoFundMe is still up. We're supposed
Yes,
to. I'm
go
supposed
donate.
to have a fundraiser stream with a friend sometime.
Oh.
Probably in like a month or something.
Oh,
I know, it's really sweet of them.
My
right.
guy. And for the record, Henry was not present for the Rachel Bloom thing, and that's not what directly happened.
Okay, I'm referencing things by name again that I have no context for.
Henry was
but
not-
We're just
So
gonna skip
we
through
don't
it.
we don't either. Please do, because we don't.
There for the con.
I know who
You
Rachel
think
Bloom is, but
someone's
that's
campaign
it.
We're just. What if we just,
What if we just, oh wow, the video's over. Damn.
No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna skip past some stuff because, like, my god, I don't fucking care.
TLDR, guys, TLDR. Beckett is really mean, and he's only really mean because he's really into Saber Spark. Like, what was it that we named it? Cope and Spark. Cope and Spark is real. New
Oh my
shit name drop. There you go.
Saber and Seethe.
That Beckett, so clear in his convictions, tried to imply
Tell me when the we need to use the Emu Emmy.
Yeah.
screenshot.
I think
Emily,
that's
the,
actually about to. Yeah, there it is.
Right here.
No, it was he was just talking about it. He said when he was like Beckett's so clear in his conviction,
Oh,
blah blah
okay,
blah blah
okay.
blah. That's
There
it.
was also a-
where I think, yeah.
alleged incident that Beckett, so clear in his convictions, tried to imply Emily, via a private discussion, that her childhood trauma was not valid because she wasn't vocal about it. Like, excuse me? Are you so convinced your boy made no mistakes at all in this case that you think you have the right to dictate someone else's traumatic experiences as a child? No?
Yeah,
What
that's
are we-
that's where the screen. Yeah, that's where the screenshot comes in. So she doesn't really give much more like context in this. She just puts the screenshot in.
So
Beckett
another
went over
baseless
this.
accusation.
Literally, Beckett went over this, and he was like, "Yeah, I had a call with Emily, and that call was really emotional and really traumatizing. So I don't want to release it for Emily's sake, right?" But he was pretty convinced that he never told her it was on you to speak up about your assaults. So, yeah. But on the other hand, why the fuck is KP weaponizing Emily like this? This is the victim she's supposed to be advocating for, and all she does with her is being like, "Well, I know that Beckett was possibly mean to you, but this is not what this is about. It's about Beckett being mean to me."
This
Like-
is so fucking stupid.
I hate her. I hate her so much.
Regardless of how
too.
you view Emily, this isn't okay. I think this moment...
None of this is okay! KP!
She's like, "I'm gonna morally grandstand real quick."
Oh my god.
highlighted the desperation here. This, to me, seemed like an unhealthy, aching need to dismiss these accusations, that someone will act as an unethical authority to someone else's lived human experiences. That's not okay. No one...
Dude, she wants to be a therapist so bad.
People have alleged, and I can sort of see why, that this script was in large parts written by Courtney, because a lot of this reads like Courtney speak. Like a lot of this, like the whole
Does
thing about
Courtney
like,
use a lot of therapy speak?
yeah. So Courtney likes to, therapy speak. She also likes to be the beacon on what is and isn't SA and misrepresent laws in order to do it. So.
Amazing.
Yeah, and given that she was at the time still in contact with Courtney, because I literally found that out by looking into her server because she was talking about it in the mod section, a lot of people are like, did Courtney like co-write this in large parts? That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
One should be questioning other people's experiences that they were not there for. Period. Like, why are you so desperate to present this...
I love
I love
every
my
time he
husband.
says period.
I love my husband so much.
Honestly, shout out to you for catching a real one.
Right? Ugh.
story as
I
objective
love my
fact when
husband.
that's not what is happening. Trust me, bro. Look, something to keep in mind is that no one in this conversation is a cop. No one to my knowledge is a mental health expert.
Oh, but you really want to fucking talk about all this therapy speak and talk about all this fucking laws like you know the law, like you're in some way affiliated with law enforcement.
Also, her
Fuck!
saying this is so dumb because she's literally in Beckett's DMs being like, "Oh, the next time you cover things like this, you should get like mental health resources." It's like, no, how about we don't armchair diagnose people, KP? How about we
Yeah.
don't speak on mental health
How
if
about
we
we
have
shut the
no
fuck
clue
up?
what we're... Right, like, how about we just silence
Sin
wench, you know?
appreciation for real. We love Sin.
We love Sin in this household. He's also my editor, by the way, so...
Hell yeah. Men are in love with me. Women want to be me. My life is so lonely because I'm so awesome. KP, aka Rachel, aka Miranda saying stunt double. Thank you, Hold Your Dancer, for the $5.
including
Accurate,
me.
accurate.
My original point was just to consider both sides of the story. With how the perfect victim myth and trauma memory work, there's an argument to be made that this is
Incorrect.
No one ever enforced the perfect victim myth. Shut the fuck up. I fucking hate you.
what the inconsistencies boil down to. Hell, to give the benefit of the doubt, that might be what's happening to Saber a bit. My point is that we can never know. I was never in the room, neither were you, I assume. But when we keep these aspects in mind, there's no clear-cut answer to what situation entailed, and I should have separated myself from that whole conversation so the DA Games documentation could stand on its own. Now, the perfect victim myth is about using an accuser's reputation to dismiss the validity of their claims and to question...
What are we doing?
She's trying really hard, because what a lot of people have been doing is pointing at these allegations and being like, well, you know, Emily doesn't have the best track record, so we should view whatever she does with a grain of salt, which I think is pretty valid because, reminder, Emily was actively hiding her identity from people in order to come out about this.
I'm also, like, the perfect victim thing isn't... The perfect victim is about reputation of things that are outside of whatever they're talking about. If someone has a track record of lying and someone points out and says, hey, this person lies a lot, maybe we should take what they say with a grain of salt if they don't have evidence. That's not reinforcing the exploitation of a perfect victim. That's just being smart. God, I fucking hate this person. I hate this person so much.
Do you now understand why I made the decision to leak not only my call but also this fucking Q&A? Like,
yes. Someone said this needs to be us to KP.
Oh my god. Accurate.
I love Doja Cat.
If they are telling the truth. This is a real psychological thing, not something I made up. Whether...
Yeah, you're also a dumbass and you're fucking twisting it like, oh, fucking bro.
Congratulations,
Emily or
there's
not,
one thing
no
you
one
didn't
can
make
deny
up.
that Emily's past history is affecting how this story is being... Not something I made up. Whether you believe Emily or not, no one can deny that Emily's past history is affecting how this story is being told.
Yes, because she's lied a lot in her life, and now people are hesitant to believe her without evidence. Hannah Lee, thank you for the $4.99. The only perfect victim in KP's eyes is KP herself, exactly.
Correct.
The perfect victim myth is the false belief that only people...
You're not gonna educate someone who had to deal with the perfect victim myth on what the fuck the perfect victim is. Shut the fuck up.
No, she's
So,
an
even though it's been
expert. She knows.
documented that Emily's stories are inconsistent, that alone is a harmful standard to be setting for victims in general. And
What are you talking about? If she's a liar, reach her with skepticism.
No, like, just because she's inconsistent in the other million accusations she's made, that don't mean she's inconsistent
This is
here.
talking dumb. She's talking dumb, and she's talking to me.
the fact that those documented effects were not even mentioned, even with a keep in mind audience, sometimes trauma can cause memory loss issues, but I don't think this is happening here, here's why. I know I'm not one to talk, but this coverage got a lot of views, and you couldn't be bothered to ask a mental health expert or double check this.
Why?
Neither
This
could
isn't
you.
about mental health. This is about, hey, you're a liar. Let's get some evidence before we blindly believe you.
Also, she's implying that she did that, and the only quote-unquote expert she had was Courtney. And she literally turned Courtney.
Yeah,
like
let's
she turned
get the
Courtney in a token. She was literally like, "This is my token rape friend, the sole expert on rape, because SA is such a universal experience to everybody." It killed me. It killed
fucking
me.
sentence aged me like fucking 50 years. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And that brings me to the Skype logs. For those
Skype logs? I thought they were text messages.
Text logs, but it's okay, KP. You're
who
silly.
are not following the
It's
case,
okay.
Saber was able to
Oh
find
my
his Skype
God.
logs sometime after the original accusation started taking off on Twitter. They are where the baby trapping story originates. It's been interpreted as a smoking gun or proof that the contact between the two of them was consensual.
Oh my god. This fucking song.
Thing is, those Skype logs, those are context.
Token rape friend.
Yeah, that's what KP
Because you
treats
only
her.
consult one person for trauma.
And it's
not
Courtney.
proof. That's the exact definition of circumstantial evidence. Things that might support a version of events, but can't prove what happened inside that room. The only thing that can prove that is footage from inside the hotel room, which doesn't exist. I assume. I hope. If this was a court case, the Skype logs of the evidence wouldn't come close to meeting the beyond a reasonable doubt standard, and even possibly dismissed.
What are we talking about?
She's now pulling the in a like actual court. This evidence would be dismissed, so we should not look at it because, you know, and it's like,
You're
actually,
fucking what? Are we going that route? Or are we going that route?
we are going that route. She's literally being
Because
like,
Emily's story would be dismissed.
yeah, this entire thing would be dismissed because it's silly. It's
Falling
silly
asleep.
as fuck.
You can go ahead and go to bed, Mimi.
Oh, go sleep.
And the fact that
Also, I'm really excited because there's another Chat GPT section coming up, which means I just get to skip like 5 minutes.
they're trying to spin it as
Literally.
proof is disingenuous at
I'm
best.
ODing on Benadryl. Please do not do that.
Not in chat,
Beckett
please,
wants
for
Saber
the
to be
sake of
innocent.
law.
That bias is showing in how he interpreted my short speaking patterns, my coping mechanisms, and his general response to the first part of this video. He's not following the evidence, he's trying to force the evidence to fit a conclusion he already liked.
What is we talking about? This is it's giving rapist like narrative.
It's oh my god, this is also so ironic because she's like, well, he's just trying to make the evidence fit his narrative. Who exactly was altering victim testimony again, KP? You
Also,
wanna...
very interesting wording to say about the guy that you accused of being a rapist. He's trying to force it into this.
Yeah, it's oh my god, it's
Nice one, KP. Subtle.
She's so stupid. She's so fucking stupid.
Likes.
I hate her.
Someone drew me as cheese.
Oh my god, why are you cheese?
I'm cheese.
Oh my god, you're cheese to
This
meet
was
me.
it was drawn by Abyssal Gray.
Oh my god, cheese.
I am cheese.
We're cheese to destroy.
Cheesely.
That's not analysis. That's an agenda. There's a huge difference between I think this points towards innocence and this proves innocence. The former is a theory, the latter is a lie. But KP, I hear your thoughts. What about how Emily still talked to Saber before or after the allegations? This is not rare. It's actually documented as common in trauma cases. Studies on assault survivors show a significant percentage maintain some level of communication with the perpetrator afterward.
I really don't care.
Yeah, no,
She's
the
addressing
amount of-
the giant faceless mob and picking out a few like stupid questions.
Yeah, so she can be like, "Oh my god, like guys, listen." This is what annoys me so much because in the call she tries to present this as like, "Oh, this is my final response to everything, right? I'm not pushing my allegations, I'm not pushing my narrative, I'm just addressing things." And then you go through the Q&A and all it is her still pushing the narrative.
Exactly.
Like what do you mean? You
Words.
quite
Not
literally
because they
use this
weren't
Q&A
harmed, but
to do that.
because trauma doesn't
Lord,
erase the social,
women.
emotional, or power dynamics at play. Example.
Yes, we get it. We get it. Fucking stupid. I was friends with and dated my groomer.
No,
While after
you-
I became an adult, we understand.
That happen constantly. A teen still messaging the teacher who groomed them. It comes
I don't care.
comfort.
Shut up.
In every case, it frames how
We hate
trauma
this
affects
woman.
behavior in contexts like this. At the end of the day, if your argument only works by pretending uncertainty doesn't exist, then you're not seeking truth. You're seeking comfort.
Okay, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, like this entire thing, she just keeps talking about herself. Over and over and over, she describes what she's doing. Like,
Oh my god.
What's
women,
KP?
derogatory.
KP, you're so positive, bro. Fuck this bitch.
You thinking?
Fuck
Why do
this
people
hoe.
want this to be so cut and dry? A couple of reasons.
Number 1, emotional and
Oh, good. I just get to skip this part.
Yeah, you can just skip the entirety of that because she's literally trying to be like, oh my god, people are only doing this because they don't want to see Saber as non-innocent and it's to protect the tribe, and it's like, shut up, KP, nobody
Yeah.
cares.
Look at my Chat GPT essay.
Look at my Chat GPT. Again, by the way, this is what she tried to copyright claim me over. Like 3 sentences that she wrote herself and an AI script. Just-
Oh my god. Oh my god, I almost just made a really bad joke.
oh no.
I don't know if that would be offensive. It wouldn't be anti-Semitic.
It wouldn't
I
be
don't think so.
anti-Semitic.
I don't think so, at least. You know that meme of like, I am a blank from Israel, and here is my blank. And it's just like a
Oh
really
my
shitty thing. I was about to be like, I am a fucking video I'm a YouTuber from Israel. Here is my Chat GPT script.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Brony,
I
because they're
put
not
more
alcohol.
effort in this video than she put into a script, and she copyright struck
She
me.
fucking copyright struck you!
Truth. They're built to hold.
Oh my god, hi Safi.
Oh, hi
You just
there.
admitted you were trying to pressure me based on bias and conditional evidence. Why would I have taken the call if I would have known this was your intention? Ending. I think one of the worst parts of this process is not only the fact that the kids in the DA game spaces are getting overlooked by the rest of the fallout with the video.
That's your fault! That's your
like,
fault!
Whose fucking fault is it that nobody's taking these allegations seriously? It's yours. You're the reason. You're the problem.
You're the person who
hate you.
forwarded everything. It was your responsibility to make something that people would take seriously, and you didn't do that.
No, it's everybody else's fault. Wait.
It's just that I love doing this. I love making content. I thought
No one
Well,
cares.
don't.
No one cares what you love. You should love hygiene.
Did you know that she uploaded again, by the way? She uploaded a short. And then made excuses for it immediately. Just pointing that out.
We're gonna go look.
She uploaded a short, and when she was called out about that, she was like, "Oh, these are like timed, right? Like this is the one, yeah."
When did this come out? October 20th, 2 days ago.
Yep. Oh, there's me.
Question, are you gonna... Fuck. There we go. Are you gonna retract the strikes and apologize for now accusing two separate people of SA with mediocre evidence, copyright striking your critics, ignoring people's concerns, and actively emotionally manipulating your audience? Or are you just gonna delete this comment and hope this will go away? It won't. Just because you can manipulate the kids in your server, you won't be able to manipulate the entire audience. Leave, get help. Cooked, ate, no crumbs.
Right? Because she was also in her stupid fucking server being like, "Oh my god, doxing is now on the table, and like to protect you guys, we've like paused invites to the server." It's like doxing. The only person that's doxing people is UKP. You're literally collecting doxes right now.
Yeah.
Because of the counter strikes. Like, shut up.
I have a way out of that. Just in case. But...
Listen, I don't care. It's like if she wants to dox me, go ahead. I know at least 2 people who would dox her in return. So,
True.
you know.
I could help this community take accountability to the kids they have in their sphere. So, if you
No.
gain anything from this, please look into the documentation, because unlike the Saber and Emily situation, there is mountains of proof. Grooming has gone on in their spaces unaccounted for, and the general consensus is that
And now no one cares because you fucked this
Literally.
up so bad.
The DA games thing is one of the only things that actually has good proof, where if you went to go through it and you dissected it properly, you could probably make a case. You could actually have a case. But she fucked it up, and now because the Saber Spark shit was bullshit, because the Black Griffin shit was bullshit, we're now here. And nobody cares. So...
Do I hear money gang royalty hidden in my chesty truly? Yes, you do hear us.
yes.
Will
I'm
Ryan
here.
is too conflict avoidant to take care of his community and protect these kids from people in his own community and from his lack of boundaries. This
Here's everything wrong that someone else is doing. Don't look at me.
Yeah, it's
is
totally
public
not me,
gaslighting.
guys.
They are trying to rewrite
Why aren't you mod yet? Let me mod you.
Oh my god. I'm
I
gonna be
almost
blue.
clicked put user in timeout. That would have been bad.
It's just like, get out my chat. Where's enough go on my stream? Get out my
consent,
chat.
credibility. Shift blame, distort context, not clarify the truth, but erode it until people give up trying to find it. They're doing it to convince the bystanders, the people who don't know the full story and might be swayed by repetition and certainty. So,
You
I
mean
urge
like you, if you say this fucking shit enough, people will believe you?
No.
Oh my god, I fucking hate this.
check out the Parlo
Women.
videos I have linked in the description to get an idea of the full scope of the situation, and keep what I said last time. And the thing is, I love doing this. I love analyzing media and getting to the core.
I love analyzing media and forwarding baseless rape accusations.
It's
I'm
my
confessed for a
favorite.
lot. My name is Rachel.
Oh my fucking
Is she a
God.
Zionist? I'm curious.
Good question. I haven't heard her talk about anything relating to that, but I also don't pay attention to her. She's hard to listen to.
Okay.
Core of why media shapes us so much. I am turning comments off for this video because my mental health
What did you just link?
The script and the version 1 draft.
Oh, okay.
literally cannot take anymore. I am
Your
turning off
shame.
comments because this conversation deserves more than knee-jerk outrage. It deserves careful thought and accountability. My goal was never to win an argument. My goal is to protect kids, demand better from creators, and remind everyone that consent, truth, and safety matter than fandom comfort.
I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, I hate it.
Thanks, I hate the entire thing, but yeah, guys.
I like barely had any commentary because everything she was saying was fucking gold, bro.
Yeah, it's, oh my god. This is like, originally, right, I just sat there and I gave Beckett the parts that we're talking about him because I was like, you should see this. This is funny. And then I went through the entire thing and I turned it into the video. I showed it to him and he just crashed the fuck out because it was that bad. Like, but yeah, guys, it would be
deserve this.
It would be such a shame if there was like a tweet of mine that has the version 1 audio of her Let's Respond thing and also the script. That'd be so silly. Who would even link that? Not me.
I'm just dragging my mouse around the screen because I'm fucking bored.
I know that's a mood. Oh my god. That was literally me during the call with KP where I just drew. I was literally just using her as
That's
background
why
noise.
I'm like, damn, am I gonna listen to that call that's gonna get released sometime? Cause like, she's, like, the way she talks in circles is so fucking annoying.
It's so hard to listen to
Thanks,
her.
I hate it,
Like,
Lindsay Ellis. Yes.
no, like, she's so hard to listen to, and like I know that there was like a call with like where she's like looked for legal advice that was recently leaked. Then there's my call. I don't know if, well,
Dance, mousy, dance.
oh my god, the autism. I love this. But like I hope that some other people who were involved with KP are gonna come out because there's some juicy tidbits that, I just think people should know about.
Like, I know there's gonna be something released within the next few days, and I'm like fiending for it. I'm like, give it to me.
I'm just gonna give it here. We need it. We need to be copyright
I
struck
already looked
again.
at my DM, Safi, and I left you a present too, bitch.
Oh my god. No, I KP anger. I hate her so much.
For being here so much because
Yeah.
I would not have understood half of what the fuck was going on.
You know how long it took me to figure out what she was talking about because I was handed the fucking original safety report on Chris, which finally brought light into the whole thing with Chris. And then the rest I had to pick apart from Mr. Andrew, Lazy Bedhead, and Cope and Seath, so I knew what the fuck she was on about.
Dude,
it's like
the KP historian.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do this no more. I need someone to make like a master hit piece on KP so everybody can get the knowledge. It should not be me.
Oh my god, what is it called? The like magnum opus, I don't know. A comprehensive list of KP's fucking wrongdoings.
Please, I need somebody to make that up. But not me, because I am occupied with someone else. Cough.
Wait, DM it to me, because I actually have no idea what you're talking about. Also, you should probably get to bed right about now.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I have some stuff that was given to me that has never seen public eye before, so
interesting.
Yep.
I keep curious about what that show pitch was. Was it about totally not Madoka Magica, which is curing the world of evil?
Nobody knows actually because apparently she didn't even have like a storyboard or a character design or anything. She had nothing according to Riddle. Her show pitch was literally I made it the fuck up.
Nice.
That was all there is.
Okay.
But anywho, I'm gonna leave you to your stream. Yeah. I'm gonna go take a nap now.
Okay, bye, Hidden. Thank
bye.
you for showing up.
Bye.
Okay, you guys, we've been streaming for almost 3 hours. That's gonna go ahead and be it for now. But, you guys, I'm gonna be streaming in about a little under 15 minutes. We're gonna be playing Slender the Arrival. Is everyone want to watch me play Slender the Arrival for Halloween? It'll be fun. Definitely tune in if you want to watch me play Slender the Arrival, because we're having fun Halloween times. And you will be able to jump scare me with jump scare donos. So I will scream like a baby. If I can catch it, absolutely. Yes, throwback. It's 2010 in this bitch. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end stream, and I'll be right back with some Slender the Arrival, alright? Bye, you guys. Thank you to everyone who showed up.